There we go. There we go. That one. All right. So last time we had left off, our players needed to gain access to the mines in an effort to find much more ruby than they currently own. In order to get into the mines, or at least the upper part of the city of Thalamir, Tarnectus, excuse me, that's on a different side of the planet. In order to gain access to the upper part of Tarnectus, they had to prove themselves to a group of fire giants, whom simply would not let people walk in and out of their part of the city, even though a relationship they have with the dwarves there, it's a bit tenuous, so it is expected for some kind of a courtesy to be done to the giants for just anybody to walk in to their side of the city. Now, what they had chosen for the players to do is first a test of strength, which did not go particularly well, but then they had followed it up with a test of bravery instead. For a mighty soul is good enough for them as a mighty body. So they were led down to the Blue Crystal, which is the main part of the city, or at least its crowning jewel, I'll say, which was infested by some kind of a monster due to the magical nature of the lake itself. It had grown far bigger than its own biology typically would allow, and now it was just causing all sorts of damage to the lake, and then, of course, trotting down into the aqueducts that fed the entire city, thus being a problem. Though, them being fire giants, they didn't really have that clean of a way to deal with a water monster. Relying on the players to help, they had asked them to pull the creature much closer to the shore, so it may be taken out by a bunch of landlocked weaponry that they had set up. The players did this with a grand dwarven ship, a dwarven mage ship, pulling the creature much closer, and getting caught not too far from the shore. They were able to keep the tentacles at bay for long enough for eventually for the fire giants to get their stuff in order and actually hit the thing, and eventually killing it. Because of this act of bravery, they have been granted access to the upper part of the city, or at the very least, the mine, which is what they were aiming for. Now that they have access to the mine, they will not be handed out whatever they want. However, they are allowed to go through the mine as much as they want, and if they find any ruby, it is theirs to take, should they be capable of mining it. Now, there was a few things that immediately caught the adventurer's eyes upon reaching the start of the mine. There was a few bugs that they had noticed had chitin on their back that started to resemble gemstones from their diet. Thus, needing to find ruby, they figured, hey, let's catch a few of the ones that have ruby chitin, because surely the bugs that feed on it will be capable of leading us to more. Eventually, they did indeed capture one of the bugs, the Krickstein bugs, as they are called. The party also found there's a map that they were given, and there was a minecart that was broken, completely busted up, which they had successfully, through physical might, perhaps not the recommended way of fixing things, but it did work, seemingly at least. They put together the minecart again, and then they had also done a third thing, which I do not quite remember. They had looked around for some scraps, and had found 20 gold worth of the gemstone they are looking for. The party currently finds themselves outside of the mine's entrance. There was a few more things that they could potentially do, or, should they see it ready, they could venture down into the mines and delve in deep to try and tackle the dangers within, and, of course, find much more gemstone. What would you all like to do?
So we have the one of the small bugs under a pot that Orion is currently on top of. So what I'm basically trying to understand, there are a technique of finding water in jungles where they would basically catch monkeys and like dehydrate it, and then once they release it, the monkey goes running like looking for water, and that's how they follow and find water. I'm trying to see if something similar of that nature is possible with this bug, where we kind of keep it captive for a couple of hours, and when we do release it, it's going to basically immediately go for. So I'm trying to understand if that is something that might work in our situation.
Well, if you had a way of preventing it from escaping, such as like a glass or anything of the other nature, then they will
It's
probably. Mhm.
currently under a pot that Orion is on top of. Yeah,
Yes.
that's how we captured it.
Right, but if it sees or whatever sense it is using to find it, as long as it can do that, it will probably. It doesn't feel threatened by you all. It is technically still calm. It doesn't like the situation it's in, but it's not in like, oh god, I'm captured mode. So if it does
Hmm.
find some, it will probably just go for it.
Mm.
So
Okay,
you'd need a way to follow it, pretty much.
got it. I mean, it's still sleeping. We have like 1 minute before it like wakes up because I did cast sleep on it
Oh
in
yeah,
the
that's right.
end.
It is currently asleep.
Uh, so how big is it? Like we can't tie it with a rope, right? It's gonna be too big for a rope. Can we like take a twine out of the rope and tie it?
I believe
Almost like a pet.
this one is like hand sized, so like a flat small dog.
Uh, so yeah, basically make a try to get a twine out and
Like
almost like
fashion
have
a
a
little
pet
harness.
crab. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Make a pet crab, basically.
Well, since it's asleep, probably wouldn't be too hard to get it. You do notice that it has some kind of like rudimentary wings, so you might have to
Okay.
make sure that that can still that they can still open up and work functionally.
Hmm.
But they move out like kind of sideways instead of flapping up and
Yeah,
down.
like a beetle,
Yeah,
almost. Gotcha. Okay.
should be easy enough though. With considering the thing has fallen asleep completely,
Yeah,
I won't make you roll for it. Eventually, you do manage to
yeah.
use some of the twine and stuff to get a little like a bug on a string.
Nice. I always wanted a pet, and I look at Pip, and Pip looks disappointed in me again. I have a pet already. Yeah, so we have this. It's gonna wake up in like 5 rounds, basically. Uh, I remember we had fixed the card. Anything else that just like do another investigation, like anything we can kind of figuring out if we can do anything more here. Partially because it happened 2 weeks ago in real lifetime,
Hmm.
and I don't remember a lot of description you had told me. So just some sort of check to kind of get a hint towards what would be useful in this situation. Like, have I read any cave exploration books in, in the past?
You know what? If you want to roll for like a cave exploration book, actually, I will first, once again, tell you all what you're looking at. So currently, there is a little bit of an outpost to your left, which is like a small wooden building with another giant sitting at it, who seems to be kind of just like the arbiter of like, come on in or stop. And he also has the controls for a track system that goes into the further into the mine, which has a bunch of carts on it, one of which you fixed and is now yours to use. Next to him has like next to the building itself is kind of like a pile of trash of a random assortment of things. Like there's some rags, there's some broken tools, a lot of it rusted, just a lot of scrap that they don't seem to find necessary, so they just kind of toss it aside. You were also given a map just for the general goings on in the cave. And then I believe that was pretty much it. The other things you had already interacted with, pretty much.
Uh, have we spoken to the person that was in the like the person that would let us in or out yet?
I'm not sure if there was an official conversation, but he was the one who had given you or handed you pickaxes, so all of you have a
Gotcha.
pickaxe at the ready.
I wanted to talk to him actually, ask him about has anyone else gone inside recently that like he still might be inside the cave? One and B, like two, is there any kind of like a fear of any kind of like a gas deposit inside the cavern that we need to be wary of that people have noticed? Like like in the map that we have, like I'm basically trying to figure out if he can from other people's words tell us any areas that are of particular interest to us, like rubies, or people have gone there before, or people have like faced danger before. Kind of get a marking on the map if possible from him.
Very smart. All right. Well, who's well, there was like a dragonborn fella that seemed to be pretty unusual. By that I mean he's a dragonborn. Typically, the only people even at this part of the city are giant folk. He was like a lightly armored fella. I don't know. We didn't talk to him much after that. But yeah, he went inside. Besides him, of course, some other giants as well, in and out. Nobody too special. And
How long ago did he go? Sorry to cut you. How long ago did he go inside?
well, it was not too long ago. He was like a day ago.
Did he come back out, or is he still inside? You think?
So, well, assuming he didn't get out when I was on my break. Yep, still inside. It is
Did you
rather
catch his
typical
name?
for people to
Did you
spend
catch his name?
days in there.
Yeah, did you
No, I
catch
did
his
not.
name by any chance? Okay. You said he's wearing light armors, right? Okay. That's good to know. And yeah, do you know of any particular area inside the cave that might be of like, we are looking for rubies. That's the main purpose of our visit here. We just wanted to know more about the nature of that gem. Any particular area in the mine that you think would be of particular interest for our purposes here?
Well, typically when somebody finds a ruby, they take it. So, your guess is as good as mine. No, with that bug
Okay.
there, I imagine that'll be useful.
Oh, yeah, that's what we hoped for. Also, any particular area of the mine that have people either like ran into danger or like anything of that sort you would know about?
Of course, the entire thing is like a well-mined, or it's like a well-defended fortress in there. Everything could kill you. You could fall through the floor. Lava could
Uh-huh.
drip on top of your dome.
For
So,
sure.
sometimes the wall just let out a big old fart in your face, and then you gotta cough up half a lung. Luckily for us, we don't really care typically about all the heat in there. You folk, though, might be a bit more difficult.
So particularly about the wall could fart situation. Anything that you know of people use that to remedy that? That seems like we would not want that to happen.
Say that again?
Like you mentioned that the wall could let out a fart that kind of like you cough your lung out. Uh, anything more you can tell us about? Like what can you do to not have that happen? I particularly like my lungs. They have been
Hmm,
with me since I was born. Um,
that's fair. Well, they're not. There's no there's no danger map or anything. Typically, you just gotta keep your old peepers open. Typically, you'll see a bit of some bulging in the wall itself, with some cracks that are
mhm.
starting to form. That's a pretty good sign that it's about to go. So try not to
Okay,
be close to that. Then
okay. I
you
also
could walk
then
like around it, but if you just like if you're right next to it, it's just gonna get you.
for sure, for sure. I will pick up some of the rugs that are on the floor just to in case we can use them to cover our faces when there's like noxious gas of some kind.
Hmm.
I'll just pass it on to all the, if we have enough, we'll give it to everybody just in case. We can use that to probably breathe through some of those.
Yeah, there's a bunch of rags if you can get them. You think that like with any there's a few good things that if you can think about it, then you might find it in the pile. But yeah, a bunch of scraps definitely. All of you have enough scrap cloth and things. Considering they're all giant, even like a small piece of scrap for them is like a massive piece for you all. So you all have plenty to cover up your mouth if you so wish.
Are there any like glass bottles or like beakers and such in the pile of stuff other than metal?
Yeah, you probably find like a bottle or two of some ranging from recently put there versus like very old bottles
Mm.
of hard liquor.
And oh, liquor, very nice. Yeah, I'll take a couple of those and use the rag to fashion a Molotov for myself.
I
I've
meant
got
like
two just in case.
it was like branded as a bottle of liquor. The liquor was drunk, and then
There's no liquor left. Okay, cool. That's
yeah,
what I thought would happen. I'll just have the bottle anyway, just in case we can gather some sap of anything that I can investigate later. I'll
sure.
just have it, not too many, like this couple of small ones. That's all I can think of. But again, anything other than that, anybody else, anything call out to anyone? I'm not sure. Like, if not, with our, I think by now my new pet bug would have woken up.
Yeah, eventually the bug starts to come alive again once the little magic that was put upon it starts to wear off, and in the immediate waking up, it doesn't really do anything too specifically. It just kind of like wanders around a bit. Nothing
Mm,
crazy.
okay. I'm gonna, as it's tied, I'm gonna give it with I think to the rest of the party. Like I think having this bug help us find rubies would be pretty useful. We probably should kind of make it friendlier to us, give it a couple more pieces of like chunks of small chunks of ruby if possible. What do you think?
Well, I do believe that if you feed it too much, it's not going to be hungry enough to go find some.
That is true. We're just gonna give it like very small chunk to know that we have more of it, and if it wants to find more, we'll follow it. I don't know how to actually communicate that with the bug. I'm not. I've read about them a lot, but I've not necessarily spoken to a lot of bugs.
I don't think I've spoken to any bugs before, so you have more
Um,
experience than I do.
I mean, I have spoken to bugs. They have never responded back before, so I don't know if they understood what I said. But that's just. But any case, I think. Your point about not feeding it too much is valid. But we'll see if it gets too rowdy. We'll have to probably um, yeah, we don't have to get it to die. We spend a pretty penny getting this thing. By pretty penny, I mean spell slot, which is very low at this low levels. Um, but yeah, okay. Anything else anybody wants to do before we head on? Oh, about the mine carts. So he can control the tracks, the
Hmm.
guy.
Yes, you can.
So we'll talk to him about well, good sir, we have this mine that we fixed up a little bit. This cart we fixed up a little bit. Uh, I mean, it might be able to hold us, but do you think is there any other like abandoned mine cart inside or that nobody's using that we could take instead, if there is anything better?
Hmm. Well, there's no carts that we're currently looking for, but if you do find one and want to use it, go for it. As long as you don't kill the people to get it.
Oh, no, of course not. Okay, but also like for the mine to take it, for the cart to be taken inside the mine, is there anything like you would have to do, or we could just like roll it onto the track ourselves? How does that work?
Once you're good to go, I will. You just gotta push the minecart a little bit from this part here, and then it will start going slowly. And you can, if you
Okay.
stop it, then it stops. But if you give it like a little push, then you see those little purple nodes on the ground there. And now
Hmm.
you would actually realize that there, along the track, there are like small purple nodes with like very tiny, like runic inscriptions. Presumably dwarven magic. These ones specifically. That you basically, if you stop the cart in its tracks, it will stay still. But if you give it like a tiny push, then the runes will activate and sort of keep it going at that same pace.
Okay, fantastic. Um, Also, another last thing I was going to ask, this mines, like this area, and like we can look into a little bit into the cavern itself. The lighting situation, how dark is it?
Yeah, it is a fair shout. It is dimly lit for the majority of it, though
Okay.
eventually, once lava becomes into the equation, or at least, yeah, lava, I suppose. Sometimes, it will become like sometimes well lit and sometimes back to dim, but like the base is dimly lit.
Okay, because I'm looking for dimly lit, if anything, to be honest. But okay, good. Um, I assume pretty much everybody have dark vision, so we should be fine vision wise. Because I don't think we have any straight humans.
Oh, hello.
Oh God,
I am
okay, we
some
have.
straight human.
All right, human. So we would need to make few. Oh, I don't know. I rolled. I didn't need to roll. I think we would need to fashion some torches just in case. Uh,
I've got
but
some.
generally, okay, okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure that is another thing we have. By the rags, another thing I was thinking could be useful for if we didn't have any, could make some. Um, cool. So other than that, I can't think of anything else. I think it's time for us to explore the mine. Let's play Minecraft in D&D.
Let's go for it.
Nice. All right. So, as you all get inside of your cart, it is quite large, so it is capable of holding you all. It is typically built for giants, so for you all, it should be no issue to get inside of it. So, once you sort of push off the cart, you do feel that it sort of gets away from you, and the cart just continues going on its pace. And then you see the giant like look up, like, oh, they're going, and then he just like hits a lever on the side, which realigns the track with the main track that you can see in front of you. And then the cart starts going down this really long hallway. Every so often, you'll see a different node on the ground that makes the cart speed up a little bit, until eventually you're at just like a going pace. You do notice that along the way, you're just driving down this really long, seemingly ever-stretching hallway of a mine. You do notice that there are plenty of things to the left and to the right, like new hallways just sprouting up every 2 seconds that are seemingly well lit, or dimly lit the same way as this is, that go off into other splitting directions, but the tracks have been removed once again. So you presume that these are like areas that are dug out and finished, pretty much. And this happens like all over. This isn't just like properly left and right. Some are in the ceiling, some are slanted into the wall. But yes, you do eventually keep on going, and keep going, and keep going deeper into the volcanic rock here. Now, eventually, as you keep going, you do start to notice that it is getting rather hot in here. Actually, to the degree that like immediate sweats of beads of sweat, as normal people call it, start forming across your forehead, and you actually feel the compulsion to like start taking off some of the clothes that you have on you, just to like mitigate your level again. And you can see that as you keep going down and down, gradually but noticeably, the surrounding rock becomes all the more destroyed and porous. What once was like a proper wall is now becoming just a ruined building with all the cracks that go through it, all the little areas where some smoke is actually coming out of it, just like a deep, thick, emanating white smoke coming from the side. That does seemingly have a way of getting out, because typically there's a bunch of small holes in the top of the ceiling there. So you do assume that is what is meant to vent the general area from, not filling up with a bunch of smoke. Mm-hmm. And you do also notice that the rock itself is getting all the more jagged and typically darkened as well. It's a lot of like deep colors, a lot of black. There's also a lot of like some dark reds, and occasionally some whites even as well. As there's a rock that has been like ashed over, and that has now become part of the rock itself. However, eventually, you do make it to what you believe to be, at least, the end of the railway, as of course the railway suddenly seems to stop, and after making your way through many little side caverns, you notice that they start to become less and less well created, I suppose, or you might think just newer. So a lot of the things on the left, right, and the center, you can see are actually very new caverns that have been created. So this is like the forefront of where the mine is being dug out. And you can see that in front of you, there is there's one entrance or exit where it actually has caved in on itself. The rock itself has caved in, like I said, and is now blocking the entrance. There's another one where there seems to be like some perpetual fire that is blocking that entrance. One of which is like very newly dug in, but behind it is a proper cavern, but the entrance itself is like a very tight little entrance there. And then there's another entrance to your right, which seemingly goes down. You're not entirely sure what that one's about. And that's it. Those are the ones you see.
So what was the first one? Sorry.
The first one was caved in. Second one was fire blocking it. The third one was a very tight entrance. And the fourth one, you don't see anything obvious.
Okay, the one that looks a little tight. I'm gonna get Pip to go through it to investigate a little bit to see if I can get a little bit more visual of what's happening inside there.
All right. As you send Pip on through this entrance here, he keeps going for a little while, and roll me a investigation, please. Or
Okay,
perception.
hold on. Yeah. Is it is it visible that then Pip has advantage?
Actually, what are you looking for? Anything specifically, or just getting a general, like, radar?
I basically want to see if there's anything of interest. Like, we know we're looking for Ruby, we know we're looking for, like, possibly people or, like, anything immediate danger. So we're basically trying to get any of those three things, possibly.
Alright. Roll me a perception, please.
Okay. And it is like, so basically I'm trying to hear or see something specific. So that
See
will
with this
have
one. So you will have advantage.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do also this. Add that to this, and then roll it. That is going to be 23. Or
Very nice. As you send him through...
actually, sorry, it's 21, not +5, +3.
Good enough. As you send him through, eventually, he sees a bunch of, like, deposits on his way there. Not Ruby yet specifically, but eventually, as he makes his way to presumably, like, the end of the cavern, where there you can see very recently, or, like, being dug through, you do find a small deposit of ruby, where he finds that.
Okay. The opening is small. How small is it? Like, because people flew through the entire space now.
Yes. This is like the tightness itself runs only for like 30 feet ish, and then it seems to widen out a little bit into like a better form. It's almost like the rock that is at the entrance has semi-recently, been sort of melted and then formed and like sloughed down the same way like a candle would.
Got it. Okay.
And the tightness of the entrance is like 1.5 feet wide.
Oh, okay. So it's for us. It's passable. Like, it's gonna be like a struggle.
Yeah, it'd be taller. It'd be smaller than that. Actually, I don't know what a feet is, so I'm kind of just making it up. But no,
Feet
this
is
would be
30
like
centimeter.
feet is how much?
30 centimeters. 30.
Yeah, it'd be closer to that, like a 30-centimeter gap.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if anybody in our group would be able to pass it. Like, I am kind of half elf. I'm not super buff build, but it's still probably. I don't know if anybody has like a halfling or anything in our group. I don't think so.
I'm a dwarf, so I'm only 4 foot.
Tall, but it's still dwarves are usually pretty stocky still. So I don't know. So basically, I'm trying to understand in the gap that we have that we can see, and with the through Pip's eyes, I would have seen the
Gap was
entire.
3 foot. I feel like 4 foot's not that far off.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like the Pip would have seen the entire gap and see what is the narrowest it gets. So I'm trying to basically measure anybody of us would be able to go grab the ruby.
Let me just. If your thinnest one amongst you wants to go through, it would probably be quite difficult, but probably possible to just simply
Quite
force your
difficult.
way through.
Like could it be some sort of like acrobatics type stuff to kind of like bend your body in weird ways to make it through?
Yes, it would come down to a check if you want to do it. Shall we say raw?
I mean, we have our pickaxe. We can try to kind of make the opening a little bit bigger. I don't think any reason why we couldn't do that.
You say something about a pickaxe in the tunnels, and I just look at the collapsed one and go, maybe not.
That is true. That is true. Or we could just mark this one for now and come back on our way back out. We can check out the other open one that we don't know anything about, because the other two, the fire one, I'm not particularly interested at this point in time, at least, because that.
Can I take a look and see if there's any like what it would be a claw print, footprint that looks claw-like. I assume dragonkin's claw-like. I don't know.
Oh, a dragonborn. Yeah, they do have claws on their feet, I believe, as well. In any one particular entrance or just the entire area?
Well, it'd be all four of the entrances. See if it looks like the dragonborn came this way, and if he did or she, which did they decide to go down?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, roll me an investigation along with anybody whom would like to join.
Yeah, I could investigate if anything. I think that's one of my higher stats.
Yeah, no, that definitely is your alley of things. Can I just I'll just give you guidance for that then.
Okay. And I think I will have Pip looking with me to give me some help to figure this out.
Go for it.
So I'll make. Okay, I have a D4 on top of that. So I have. Let's see if I can't figure this out. Okay, that's a nat 20. I'm gonna roll the D4 anyway. Plus a 3, so that's a 29.
All right. As you look about, Jesus. As you look about, you would eventually find a rather faint, like a little claw print along one of the sides of the entrances. Which entrance specifically is the one with the fourth one, the open one?
Alrighty. Let's just make a mental note that there are some leftover. Like, would Peep have seen like how much ruby? Like, is it looking like the amount of ruby we have now, or is more like a little bit less? Like, what does it look like? The ruby that he saw inside the room.
I have it written somewhere. It's a lot. Just in general, a lot. I forget the specific amounts, but it's a lot.
Okay. I mean, we are here for ruby, and there is a pile of ruby sitting right there, so it might be worth it. But I'm gonna leave it up to the group how we want to deal with this.
I mean, I think we should go after Ruby. That's the whole reason we're here. I think,
Yeah.
I don't even
I'm
know
gonna
if we should. I'm of the 50-50 opinion on whether or not we avoid the Dragonborn or pursue said Dragonborn.
Yeah, I mean, we have numbers on our side at least, but I do think it might be useful to hear someone. I'm gonna try to. I think I'm skinny enough in the group, and I don't have enough armor or anything. Any armor, to be honest, like it's just a leather thing, to be able to squeeze through and grab the stuff for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna try doing that if possible.
You could potentially take off the armor for making the DC a little better.
Yeah, I can leave it outside. It's fine. I think even without armor, my AC should be decent. Yeah, actually, without armor, my AC is fine. Okay, so if I have to fight, we'll figure that out. People come with, obviously, to kind of help guide me if possible, like on the corner, so if I can see my own body. Basically, I'll use Pip to give me a third person view of what I'm doing, like a video game, so that I can do that better.
Hey, you know what? Roll me an acrobatics, please.
Would I be able to get help from Pip on this, or is this raw?
You said he's like hanging behind you, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. Giving me like a third-person camera view.
Yeah, that probably would help to some degree. Let's add like add a +2 to the roll on top of whatever.
Okay. All right. So no. Okay. Cool. That's a 17.
Nice. Give me a second.
I finally got my dice though, so I'm gonna. If I rolled dice, it'll be at 25, but that's okay.
All right. As you make your way, try to shuffle your way through the somewhat soft-feeling rock that is in front of you, you would expect a lot more like chafing and pain by shoving yourself through there. But one, you with your third-person camera view, you are able to sort of look ahead and behind to see where your body is in relationship to the rock around it, so you don't have to use your own little peepers, which of course makes the entire experience a lot easier to shove yourself through there. And the rock itself is not nearly as rocky as you would expect. It's a lot softer than you would think. It feels almost like it feels similar like a rock that you take out of the river that's like sanded down by water pretty much. Obviously that didn't happen here, at least you assume it didn't. But it is it's a lot cleaner than you would expect. But eventually you do manage to get yourself to the other side after like 20, 30 feet of this rock, stuffing up the entrance of this hallway here. And you push yourself through. And as you're walking down, you see a bunch of multicolored rocks dawning the space above you, to your left, to your right. This seems like a very wealthy, for lack of better words, cave here. No ruby, unfortunately, in the immediate vicinity. But as you keep on walking, you do notice one rock that is exceptionally sparkly. To your left, there is like a small gemstone that is crystalline in structure, that is sort of flashing between colors, almost like an LED light in real life would, just continuously switching between colors. But you eventually can make your way through as well, and you find a deposit of ruby in front of you.
Okay. Is it like already like embedded, or I can easily collect it right now?
It is in the stone wall. This is an ore deposit.
Got it. Okay. Well, I assume I would have brought the bag of holding ruby with me, and I can
Presumably.
basically either pull a pickaxe or bring a pickaxe with me as well. So I'll get swinging.
All right. Any particular way you would like to handle the task of mining?
I basically want to hit the stones around not to damage as much. Like, I want to basically keep the ruby as intact as possible. So like the stone that is holding onto the ruby, I want to slowly chip away on the sides of it, so that the ruby basically comes out in more or less in more intact shapes, if that makes sense.
Yes. You could either you could look at what's in front of you and try to deduce where exactly would be the best place to hit, or you could also just whack it with strength. But you could also try to carve out pretty much the crystal with fine motor skills.
I think, yeah, I am not the strongest one, but I think I should be able. I'm gonna be probably better at looking at the rock formation, trying to tap it a little bit here and there to see where the weakest parts of the connection is, and so that I could.
All right.
Yeah, more fine motor skill is where I'm at.
There was 3 different options, so I assume the investigation one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so just like sitting back, just taking a look and like using your mind to try and figure out where would be the best places to hit. That will be an investigation, please.
Yeah, that's 25.
That'll do it. Okay, now I also...
Really enough, I rolled the same on my physical die too.
You managed to collect yourself a bountiful 110 gold pieces worth of ruby.
Oh, yeah.
From the
Okay,
mine.
and then I'll just pack it back up in our bag of holding ruby.
All right. And
Um,
eventually...
and also the stone that was of multicolor. Could I go cast identify on it just to see what's happening with that?
All right. You turn around and then walk back to where you found the stone, and it is off-white. There is no color left with it at all.
Can I still try to cast identify on it to see if there's anything was there?
Sure you can. All right. As you sit down, you start to cast Identify on this unknown crystalline structure that you see before you, which is rather small in stature. It's almost like it's big crystals that have been just like sized down, because it's not stumpy. They are like long and thin, little crystals. You cast Identify on it, and you do notice that while you do not know like the full nature of it, because it's, at least I assume Identify would not give you a geological record, but it's very much a naturally magical rock that has magic surging through it.
How big is this rock?
This is like 3 inches at the tallest spire.
And like it is also embedded onto the ground itself, right?
It is like sticking out of the wall, and there's like a small base that naturally formed, and then sort of the crystals sort of arose out of that part.
What I'm basically trying to understand, like Identify did not tell me anything more than this. So, would I cast Detect Magic on it to see if it's like right now actively doing any magical effects? What I'm trying to understand basically is this item a cursed being used by someone else to do something nefarious?
Oh, right. If a trap was cast on it, you would know that already. You notice that
Right.
with Identify as well. You would know that it is not a magical battery. It is a magical conduit itself.
So, like, what I'm at this point trying to understand is this like has it lost its magical potency, or there was something else happening that made it colorful before? And the other part of this is like, is it useful for me to take it with me, or it can pose some danger to me later? So, that's what I'm trying to understand from it.
It is a natural component that, while can conduit magic, its current charge is no longer there.
Okay. So if I don't detect magic or Identify, don't notice any type of like a curse or anything active magics by someone else on it, I'll try to take it with me.
All right, easy enough. You just give it a little chip on the back end, and the crystal comes loose.
Okay. I just do the same shuffle back and forth. Luckily, we have the bag of holding rubies, so it doesn't make me any bigger than I was when I coming in.
That is lucky.
Yeah. So.
All right, and as your ally makes their way back through the little tight space, you notice that their eyes are flickering in all kinds of colored lights, as if they resemble a modern LED.
Oh, what the heck is wrong with you?
What happened? Do I have a bug on me? These things. Did any bug get on me? What happened?
You have a bug in you. We gotta carve them out. No, your eyes are going blinky.
Wait, I saw a rock in there that I got, and I take the rock and I put it like not on my person anymore. Put it back on the ground.
Okay.
And they go
My
in
eyes,
immediately.
Your eyes are still glowing.
Oh,
You know, I don't know a lot about stuff, but rocks don't normally do that.
yeah, I have read about a bunch of rocks before. I don't happen to know this about them, so I don't know why my eyes are doing this. Do I feel any different about anything else? Like I don't even know what to ask in this situation, but
Well, you don't feel like you're dying, first of all. But whereas you had dark vision before, and any of the dark parts seemed, as you know, dark vision is not just
gray. Yeah,
it's
black and
not
white.
proper vision. Now, when you look at the darker parts of the room, they are as if they are lit up. You look around, and there's no more darkness to be seen.
Oh my God, it's one of those color blindness sunglasses reaction video now. Yes, everybody who
Pretty
got
much.
me this, I'm gonna have to like be really emotional and cry about seeing colors for the first time. Okay. So does this color from like magical effects and other things? Am I just seeing color, or am I actually like a little bit of meta-ish? Like, am I actually getting some version of true sight from this from a time being?
Not true sight, but any darkness is as if
yeah.
it's lit.
Okay,
For
so
you.
like devil sight,
Sure.
similar to. Okay, cool.
You're saying you're evil. All right.
All right, kill him.
I
been
was
affected by
the
demons.
easy all along. Yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, well, I don't know why my eyes are doing this, but I do see it in Technicolor right now, which is as if it was 1960s and color television was for the first time invented. It's pretty
Just
great.
making up words.
I am. I don't even know why I'm getting this information. This rock has truly cursed me. I have knowledge of a different timeline altogether.
Could,
Multiverse
could I
is real,
make like
people.
could I make like a medicine check on him to see what's going on, or not even in the realm?
That'd be leaning more towards an Arcana. Well, you could
Not
make
in
you
my
could make a
realm.
medicine to see if he's okay, or an Arcana to understand the
Yes,
nature of it.
that's mostly
Can,
what I
can,
care about. I want
yeah,
to see if
can
the
I do an
pieces are
can I do an
okay.
arcana on myself to see if I'm okay?
Go for it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. 15.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so scared for our combat today. Dice have been so good to me so far. That means I'm gonna only be rolling twos.
I rolled a.
But then,
12 and a 15. All right.
Hold on, that's not right.
Oh,
I rolled 14. I added just flat
Nice.
wisdom. I'm proficient in medicine.
all right. So with the 14, you do some checks on their eyes, which is a little bit difficult since the eyes themselves are glowing a little bit. Not a lot, but noticeably so. So stealthing around might be a little bit harder. But as far as you can tell, you do all the tests. You hold up different fingers. You write something down and hold it far away, and they can still read it normally. So doesn't seem to be anything that is deleterious to them or bad for them. And then
Well,
with a 15 Arcana, you would know that this is natural. Well, I don't think I can explain it any other way than to just call it what it is. This is some natural wild magic.
got it. Okay. Ooh, one more thing. It has been like maybe like a couple of minutes while we're doing this. Does the rock, does it look like it's getting some sort of like a recharge over time?
It does not seem to be active once again.
Okay, it's not active yet, but does it look like? So what I'm trying to understand is like, does this rock have like a once per day charge that automatically goes off, like after certain time, so that we don't basically trigger it again by accident and something really bad happen?
You know what? Let's see. I'm just gonna roll a dice for it. No, it does not seem to be recharging at all.
Okay, cool. We're gonna keep the rocks in our person, but I'll wrap it up in a rag so that we don't accidentally touch it or activate it, just in case. And I will take like one of the cleaner rags that we have and fashion some sort of like blindfold, just in case if you need to hide later. I can always just like go third person. That's fine. But I will just have that on me, just in case I have to hide my eyes like quickly if I need to, because I'm basically at this point glowing rave in the middle of a dark cave, which is not ideal.
So you're saying we can't stealth? All right, perfect. Always want.
I mean, I don't even think most of our party is good at stealth anyway.
Nope.
Yeah, I am the
Yeah.
one with +5.
I think I have a minus to it.
Yeah, so stealth was never an option.
All right.
All right, so I think we're gonna basically take account. At this point, we have a total of 190 gold worth of ruby. We spent 3 gold worth capturing our bug friend. So okay, we'll move on down the other path, which looked like the person had gone down.
I mean, do we want to see if we can do anything about the other 2 paths?
So one of them is fully caved in, right?
Yes, it seems to be.
And the other one has.
Well, it's not. It's
What is
not.
the mate?
It's not like fully all the way down. You can see that there is some path on the other end, but it is like a more extreme version of the path you just went through. So there's
Got
like
it.
20 feet worth of actual like rubble and stuff, but you can see past that there is a continuing path down it.
Okay.
And then there's the
Um,
one that where the ground itself is on fire for like let's call it like 10 feet of the
mhm.
ground that has been ignited by itself, and then one entrance that is seemingly nothing.
Why?
Okay.
Why do we think the
Um,
ground's on fire? Ground's not supposed to be on fire.
I mean, we're in a fire giant's cave. Ground's probably everything should be probably on fire, and it's not. That's kind of probably the bad part of it. Um, I do have one option we could do. It's a ritual spell called augury that lets us basically ask some extraterrestrial force, in this case the DM, of a particular decision, and we get to learn whether or not it's going to be good, bad, or like a mix of both. So we could just decide on going down one path, and I can take 10 minutes to cast it, and then it will know.
The heck's a DM? I mean, yeah. I also can create or destroy water if we want to
Oh yeah, we could try and create some water
throw
out
water
there.
at it, but if it's just gonna keep becoming
I mean,
flame again, that's gonna defeat the purpose.
I mean, if we okay, so the floor is on fire. Like, is it like almost like a barrier, or is it like terra floor as far as we can see is on fire?
You could roll me a perception if you want to stay farther away from it, or an investigation if you want to get a little bit closer.
I played this game as a child. The floor is fire.
The floor is
Floor
sulfuric
is-
death.
Floor is magma.
Um, what I'm gonna do, and I am going to basically cast Ray of Frost a couple of times around the ground so they can get closer without getting burnt up by the fire. And so basically, I'm gonna cool down the place a little bit so I can get closer so I can do investigation on the fire.
Okay.
Ray
So,
of
as
Frost.
you walk up towards the little fire that you see in front of you, you shoot a few rays of frost on it, though they don't last very long, and you have to wait, like, let's call it 6 seconds between each casting.
Mhm.
And as you walk a little bit closer, some of the ground underneath you cracks, and more fire begins to immediately lick out from underneath it. However, the frost that you had shot already now fully melts completely and temporarily douses the fire while you get a good look. So, roll me an
Okay, I'm gonna
investigation.
That's a 12. I'm too busy not getting burnt to actually see anything useful, or a
Alright.
lot of things useful.
As the ground cracks a little bit underneath you, you bounce step backwards. And all that you really notice that there's cracks in the ground that the fire is sort of licking out through.
I'm gonna look at the group. I'm like, I don't think that's the path for us at this point, at least. I don't think if the ground, even at the entrance, is like this, I can only imagine how bad it can be inside. We might just fall onto like literal moats of lava. And at this state of us, I don't think it can handle taking a dip in lava.
Yeah, no, crumbly ground, bad. Got it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. And the caved in one, you said there is a very small opening. I'm gonna have Pip do another quick looky-loo for us and get a feel for what are we missing out. Is it worth the effort to try to
To go through.
undo the? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd be able to find a little path. Roll me a perception for a general radar or a investigation, if you want to get more.
I think perception. I'm
specific.
just trying to. We're just trying to see. Honestly, that's a 3, but with advantage is visual. That's gonna be a net 20 for Pip for a 23.
God,
Or this was perception.
Again, I'm telling you.
I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
terrified for later.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll anything more than a 3 today. That's just, I'm done. I've used
You're
happened last time.
fine. Don't worry
this
about
is
it. You'll be okay.
this is this
Exactly
week
what
and
happened
last week's luck combined. I also I don't know if it showed on the screen, but I also rolled a 20 and a 17. So I used 2 good rolls on this one, by the way. So I have only 6 and lower left for combat, fortunately.
Don't worry about that. As Pip goes through, he sees on the floor that there is a little, like, a small hole where smoke is shooting up through, and the surrounding stone seems to be starting to bulge a little bit from an intense pressure that is underneath the floor itself.
Oh yeah, we have read about this. Pip is noping out of there immediately. We have heard from the fire giant. We're not dealing with this right now.
All right,
Just nope.
he retreats
Nope.
immediately.
Yeah, we're like, oh, that path is the path of farty walls. We don't want that. I don't think.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem to quite strike you as the smoke that was talked about, like is the smoke.
Oh
fart, as
God,
they call
the
it.
ground itself is like bulging out. I would have seen it. So um, and that's kind of like one part. Would Peep have seen farther into the cavern? Is there anything of interest beyond, or is it like obscured by smoke?
This the smoke itself is like a very small amount. There seems to be like a pinhole, in the ground where like a lot of high pressure steam is shooting out, but it is not a lot. It dissipates pretty much immediately.
Right. I'm saying like past the opening where that is currently caved in. Did Peep manage to see any kind of like a open area inside the thing? Was there anything of interest in there? Well,
Oh yeah, there is another hallway past it as well. If you would like
got
to
it.
have him like go through it, then the same
Mhm.
roll will apply to whatever he may or may not see, or he could retreat.
Right. So basically, if there is Pip is still in a flying form, we have not managed to change Pip back to anything. So yet, um, I don't have. If Pip does go down, I don't actually have the resource right now to get Pip back, and I feel like right now. Having Pip here is more useful than just knowing what's inside. And even if we could, like opening this cave up probably would not be in our repertoire right now because it is like we would actually have to take the pickaxe to this to actually open this, right?
Mm.
Because this one, like from the opening of the previous one versus this one, previous one was bigger than this and it was barely enough to fit in. So if this is smaller than this, we need to do something to open this area up.
You would not be able to force your body through this, no.
Yeah, exactly. So I look to the group. I'm like, if we find dead end anywhere everywhere else, this might be the last resort. But I think we know our possible dragonborn friend or acquaintance or enemy went down the other path. I think that's our next lead.
Yeah,
I agree with
that
that.
sounds good to me. Doesn't seem like this is gonna get us anywhere.
Yeah, so we take it to make our way down to the other path.
All right. So, as you walk down the last path here, you do notice that. Actually, no. Maybe you don't. Let's roll a party perception check, please.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna roll one for me and one for my owl bud.
In this case specifically. Oh, no, never mind. I got ahead of myself in my mind. I was thinking of something else.
Yeah, so I'm at a 7, but Kip is at a 13.
I rolled an 18.
So we have an 18. I have a 13 from Pip and 7 from me. And Posel,
15.
That's
Oh,
17.
17. All right. So, the 17 and the 18 would notice that on the side of the wall there is some small amount of this deep white smoke billowing from the side of the cavern, and it is seeming to be something that is like about to pop in very much the same way that the fire giant had explained to you all could happen.
The dwarf.
oh, so
Oh wait, no, yeah, fire.
we can go around it. We said we're gonna just basically take a wide berth so that we are not closer to the thing. Then
Yes.
Yeah, how wide is what we're walking down?
It is Meant for these giants, so it is like a 10 feet wide hallway, pretty much, that runs down. So for normal-sized folk, it's quite wide. So you could definitely just like
Yeah.
keep it a wide berth.
We're all on the same page there.
All right. So having noticed,
Wide berth?
second. Oh, wide
no.
berth. Having noticed the potential natural trap, quote unquote, that could have befallen you, you managed to just scoop around to the side, dodging it completely and not being accosted. As you move down this hallway in particular, you notice that there are a few gemstones taken out of the walls, as if somebody very recently has gone through here and mined it. And as you keep on walking, you see a few tools strewn about the floor, and a fire giant with that is face down on the ground.
We immediately go check if he is still alive or is.
All right. As you move to his side, you notice that sort of his head is like in the ground, quote unquote. And as you get closer, he seems to have like an obsidian pyre sticking up through his throat.
So
Not breathing.
he's gonna.
His heart's not
So he's gonna be okay in a week, or so is he sleeping? What's happening?
Then you hear behind you.
Respect.
Yeah, sucks, doesn't it? And as you turn
well-
around, you see the exact same form of the giant. However, this one is see-through this time, with a slightly blue tint to him.
Well, wait. Everybody sees this, or just I see it?
Everybody does.
Okay, cool. This is who did this to you?
It's this fickle little thing I like to call gravity. I took a little misstep. See that right there? And right at his foot, there is like a dent in the floor, pretty much, that he seems to have tripped over.
Oh, you tripped. Oh no, I'm so sorry. How long ago did this happen?
It was a rough way to go. And, I don't know, man. I don't have a watch or anything. I'm in a cave.
Well, that's true. Did you see a dragonborn walk by in recent times, like a few days ago, possibly?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I made some small talk with the friend.
Oh, did he catch his name by chance?
Oh, yeah, he told me his name was, well, I don't remember the first, but he said, like, something Stormbreaker.
Wait, does this name sound like anything to us?
Nah, it wouldn't.
Stormbreaker. Okay. Did you catch like what was his purpose in this mine was? I'm sorry, I didn't want to bother your rest, but we are looking for things, and we are kind of we're dealing with a lot of things here. So anything we could tell us would be great help.
Well, he did ask me about some ruby. Just if I had... Well, he didn't ask to have any, he just asked if I was looking for any. When I said that, I mean, yeah, I'm mining, so I'm gonna be mining for things. He asked if I had a particular interest in ruby, to which I replied, not really. He then also asked me if I had seen some folk of the same relative persuasion as himself, he put it. I said no again, and then he pretty much went on his way.
Oh, so when he asked you this, were you alive? Well, I don't know what you are right now, but were you not on the ground when he asked you this?
Yeah, I was kicking.
Oh, so this had to have happened very recently. And could I look at the body and tell how soon it had been?
Go for it. Medicine.
I would like to do it. Could I investigate, kind of look at the blood and how long has been dried and whatnot?
Well, you'd have to be able to interpret it, which is what the medicine is for.
Okay, then
Can I help
Actually,
him with that? Or he help him?
You could help it
Yeah.
and then have an advantage to that.
yeah, I will help you if you would be so kind. Yeah.
Say I
So
get
you'll roll
advantage
it.
on it.
Yeah,
That's a 23.
baby. That's lovely
Because I
stuff.
also wanted to see. He said he tripped, but then you also said there was something through him or something.
Yes. He tripped, and then the ground that he slammed his giant body upon gave way into like bungee sticks, like natural bungee sticks, of obsidian, which had sliced through him. You can see a few more like pyres next to him. But he has been dead for like roughly around the 24 hours ish.
Okay.
Relay that.
Okay, 24 hours, very soon.
That's also the
On that,
timing of our friend coming in. So yeah, that makes sense that he
I mean,
could
he
be.
met him. So
Yeah,
basically,
I
we
thought
also
he
know
was
that the
alive.
friend came through no more than like, let's say, 2 days ago,
Well, I think they said he came in.
a
Well,
couple
if
of
he
days ago.
was
Yeah,
died within 24 hours,
so it
and
has
he
to be
said he was
before that.
alive during that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a decent timeline of the person because we know from our gate friend he came in. I think he said 2 days ago, uh, if I remember correctly, and then this person met him at least 24 hours beyond. So yeah, 2 to 1 day is the range for. I look at the person like, do you want us to? I don't know what your current situation is because you do have some sort of a form that you can communicate with. Can you leave this place? Can you go? Do you want us to tell anyone? Well, if we make it out of here eventually.
Well, I don't know much about ghost stuff. It just seems that if you're quite nettled enough, you can, your soul can sort of stick around until you're no longer nearly as angry. I may not seem it, but I was a proud warrior in my day, and it's kind of a shame the way I went out. So I can't really seem to leave this. My current predicament, physically speaking, seems to carry all of my
Have,
attention.
have you tested how far from your body you can walk?
Not really. Like I said, my
You want to find
attention
out?
seems pulled by my body's position.
Okay. I mean, in case you wanted to, we're gonna continue investigating, and if you want us to do anything after we're done for you, for I don't know, bringing you peace or taking some sort of ritual for your body, we would probably be able to help. I don't know about dying much. It seems.
As a
Honestly,
cleric,
neither
would I
do
know
I.
anything about that?
About what specifically?
Like him being stuck is kind of what it sounded like.
Mm. Yeah, you can roll me a religion or probably a religion. Yeah.
I actually
Like,
would like to, because I weirdly enough, religion in D&D is an intelligence-based thing. So could I do a thing if I
Oh
have read anything
shit!
about like fire giant religion, about like what is their like death ritual generally is, if I have read about it anywhere?
About their like rituals for how they're buried. Yeah, that would be an intelligence generally. Yeah.
Yeah, I will do a religion check on that then if I can.
I
And
got
that would
5. I
be a
don't know
natural
anything.
20 for a 24.
God.
Okay. Well, you
We are
do
so
know
dead.
that they
We're
typically.
so
Yeah,
dead.
you're gonna die today. No, but you
Yeah,
know
it's just
that
not easy.
the fire giants are generally speaking, of course, a proud race of people, whom they typically like to be buried in a ceremonial pose where they lay upon their back with their hands on their chest, similar to like to knights,
Vikings.
yeah, or Vikings, where they lay with their hands on their chest, and then typically their weapon is sprawled along them, or their tools, because they're also well, actually more so than a warring race. They're much more of a craftsman race. So having their hammer upon their chest is sort of the way that they like to be put to rest.
So do I also know that like do they like to be buried or like is the final resting place set up? Because I don't think we can actually make a grave in the middle of a cave for him. Um,
I
but
feel
we
like they'd have to
can.
be burned. Fire
Or yeah,
giant.
any of that nature. Like I can ask the giant. Like, would you like? I know of this ritual of your people. Would you like us to uh, make that happen for you?
Well, eventually one of the folk will come looking. I'd honestly much rather that they find me in a dignified pose, rather than just laying flat on my ass. Well, flat with my ass up. So if you know of the rituals of our kind, if you would just put me in the position, that will be plenty until they find me.
Okay, yeah, I would work together with the rest of them. I would probably pull out some notes and how usually. Again, I only have read about it. I don't know actually how it looks, so I will try to do stuff and I'll ask him, "Does it look right? This is what it's supposed to be."
Oh, typically we point out the pinky toes a little bit. There we go. Like
Oh,
for
okay,
the
gosh.
feet.
I take notes as I do it because like my original book that I read was outdated. I'm gonna send a letter to the original author with the errata
With the revisions.
later. Yeah.
Goes.
Anyways, yeah, we do that for them, and then we take our leave, I guess.
Did we catch his name?
Yeah.
Oh, my name would be Drathmur. Drathmur. I'll type that.
Oh, good, thank you.
Do you want us to tell someone like because I know they're gonna come eventually, but I would rather them come sooner. Is there anybody, any of your next of kin that we should introduce, like inform?
Well, if you let know the mine guard, I'm assuming you
Okay.
went past him. If you just let him know that I'm down here, then
Okay.
I'm sure he'll let the appropriate people know.
All right. I'll track them. Okay, with that, I think we're ready to move on. We would I look at us, Declan. Is there any kind of like prayer you make when you run across death like this? I don't know much about religion, but well, I know a lot about religion in terms of knowledge, but I don't know a lot about religion about what needs to be done.
I mean, if they followed same, I don't think fire giants follow the same religions that we do, so I don't want to be disrespectful to them. I think what you did
Oh.
is exactly what they would want, though. Like I think
Okay.
that is their respects. That would be
Yeah,
nice.
sometimes I think our respect to the dead is more for us than them, to be honest. Um, but yeah, let's move on.
Well, I think when there's
Or
a
we
ghost
do.
around or a form around, it's for them too.
That is true. That is very true. Yeah, we're gonna take our leave and be on our way, following the path more.
Before we do you mind if I ask you a few questions, Draft Mood?
Go for it.
How long ago, before your death, did you come across this dragonborn?
Well, it wasn't too long. I'd say like less than a day, probably.
All right. And was anything going on before you tripped?
Nothing besides a plentiful harvest. Speaking of which, by the by, and then he reaches his hand down to one of like a few bags that he has that were like landed to the side, and his hand phases through, and he goes, "Oh, right. Well, since you've done me this kindness, you're allowed to grab this here bag. Oh, is there any gemstone in particular that you all are looking for?"
Ruby, if anything, that's the we were. I don't even know what we are, but we were gathered by some force that asked us to collect ruby for some upcoming calamity. So, that's what
Huh.
we're doing here.
Well, okay, that's cool. Luckily for you, I like to be quite I sort all of the gemstones that I find. So luckily for you, I've got this here bag full of ruby. By all means, let it be yours. Though I must stress that, even though I cannot physically stop you, I would like to keep the other bags for my next of kin.
I mean, if you'd want, we can. I think we can leave the ruby here too. But if you'd be so kind to aid in our
Oh no,
journey, would
please take the ruby.
okay. Yeah, would accept the ruby.
That is very generous.
Give me a second to roll that up. Oof. Let's call it like 50. You find in this here bag, you find 50 gold pieces worth of ruby.
Oh, okay,
50
we're at
or
240.
50. 50.
Ah, okay. Not bad.
240 gold. Look at us being rich.
Rich and rubies.
And this dragonborn you came across, Mr. Stormbreaker, whatever his name was, he was specifically looking for people interested in rubies and not rubies himself.
Well, he didn't specify, but he did seem keen on asking me. He seemed a bit tense before I let him know that I wasn't looking for ruby in particular. I suppose he must have seen my bag full of it and thought that I was, I don't know. I don't know if he just likes a lot of ruby and hates the competition or what, but yeah, once I told him that I wasn't looking for ruby in particular, he seemed to calm a bit.
So the bag that we have on our person for bag of holding ruby, is it visible from outside? Like, can someone look at our group and immediately say we have that bag?
It's in a container now.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
all were handed
Okay.
the small
Like, I
container
think-
from Maidahan.
Okay, good. So we it's not immediate. People, I think, note to ourselves, we talk amongst us that if we run into the person, we should not immediately divulge that we are here looking for ruby as well, because it seems we don't know their intention yet.
Correct. I think technically, was it Fior? He's holding the container. Is that
Yes.
what we had decided on?
They have the container, yeah.
Yeah, Fear is very silent today, but Fear is holding on
Yeah. I was just
bravely.
making sure I was remembering. It was either Fior or Puzzle. I don't remember.
Fear
Yeah.
got a case of the cave quiet.
A
Yeah.
lot to think about.
Okay. All right. So we'll continue on. I assume we haven't hit a fork yet. We're still on a single path situation.
It is a single path situation, so yes.
Okay. Yeah. We'll continue on.
Oh, I had one thing before we left the Friendly Giant. Just wanted to ask, is there anything we should be aware of in the upcoming tunnel? Any more? While we were coming up here, there seemed to be like gas stuff coming from the walls. Do you know of anything like that coming up that we should know?
Well, typically
Oh.
our kind just, how should I say, grits our teeth and just goes through it. So we don't really,
Yeah, I mean-
we don't really bother writing any of that stuff down. But there have been some particularly large Crixtine bugs that really got out of hand semi-recently. So I believe there's perhaps a nest up ahead of this way here. But it may have just
No.
been that they were there at some point.
Do you know of any particular weakness of these bugs that you have used to either repel or stop the things or kill them in some way?
Well, you see, if you hit him in the back or the sides, you might struggle a bit more. You see, what these creatures, right? As they eat gemstone, the gemstone starts to replace their chitinous back armor. However, they're underneath. They are still quite fleshy, shall we say? So, first of all, though, I would very much advise that a folk you small, no offense, probably shouldn't be fighting anything. But if you do, stab him in the belly.
Is there anything like this? These bugs particularly do not like some sort of a smell or some sort of an element. They're kind of more not very fond of that you know of.
Besides stabbing him in the belly, I don't quite remember. Hold on, looking at the stat sheet.
Why do you have a stat sheet? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I have it in my back pocket. I write things down.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Brian's just like that too.
you ought to be a little careful because they do like to gang up on people. But other than that, there's no real advantageous kind of smell to use against them. They can see
I mean,
through the ground pretty much. So
Yeah, that is worth try. But okay, that is very kind of you. We will maybe on our way back. We'll run into you again. But in any case,
you can
I
see
don't know what
that
else
he
to
is
say. I'm gonna walk off.
slightly less saturated now.
Okay. Just need to be on more, less angry, and more at peace. That's good. We're gonna start walking, I think, if we have nothing else to say.
All right. Okay, there we go. Right. So, with the knowledge that there may be something ahead of you, is there any like particular way that you would like to travel?
Um,
Or
so we
just
know there
any
might be
preparation, I mean.
yeah. So I would. I think I already have given like my good berries out to everybody. So it's 2 per person and 2 to Pip. So 10 good berries. Everybody has 2 of them. We can bring people back up with it. And other than that, let's see. I'm gonna get my armor of Agathis up. And I'm gonna get actually my comprehend languages up so that I can understand if the bigger bugs I feel like are gonna might be more sentient. So they might be saying so. I'm not gonna be able to respond, but I will be able to hear if they're planning or saying anything specific. We might be able to take advantage of that. I'm asked also among the rest of you, are there anyone that is in particular need of a better AC? Like, how are we dealing with AC wise among the rest of the other 2 that we have here?
I mean, I'm not as
Usually-
optimal as I could be, but I'm fine.
What is a Posel dealing with?
18 AC, and I usually cast Shield of Faith on myself to make it 20. So it's
Okay,
not bad.
so you'd be good. You'd be good. Perfect. And Declan,
I'm up 15.
15. Okay.
I might have
Yeah, I can
taken
get
a
you.
grab the armor.
I can get you up to. Oh no, it becomes AC plus Dex modifier. That's not useful. Your Dex is not that high.
Yeah, I can do my own Shield of Faith too.
Okay, perfect. Just in case. Other than that, I think. Okay, this is fine. I'm just checking everything else. Everything else looks. Yeah, I think this will do. This will do. Oh, I have one last rules question to the DM. So this is kind of like a controversial topic generally. So Shadow Blade plus Booming Blade. So Booming Blade's wording basically says the sword that is worth at least 1 silver or higher, you can cast Booming Blade on it. And Shadow Blade is a magically brought in sword. So it's at the same time invaluable, but also there is an active price on it. So would you rule that Shadow Blade can have Booming Blade on top or no? Basically, the community is fairly torn. I have seen some of the folks from the original, like the actual D&D team, talking about how they think magical weapons have inherent value, but the community is torn. So I'm gonna just let it be whatever you decide. It doesn't have to be one or another.
I'm
Booming
pretty
Blade
sh-
or Green
Yeah,
Green Flame
I know
Blade.
the
Both
two
of them have.
because I tried to do that same literal thing when I
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
blade singer. So considering I tried it, we'll say sure. Since I don't
Okay.
think they literally, like I don't think I'm going rules of like or not rules. I'm going like the soul of rules. I forgot what that's called.
Rules as intended.
Yeah, rules as intended rather than
RAI.
rules as written.
Yeah.
On this one specifically.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
Is rules as intended just what's the point of that then?
Of what?
I'm just purely curious. Having
I'm
the
not
verbiage
sure
of
what they
making
mean.
it be a silver.
So basically, there are certain rules. A lot of the rules were actually literally written because in previous versions, those rules interaction was like broken in somewhere else, and they fixed it by adding like addendum to it. But that was meant for something that by the fifth edition, the original thing actually went out of the game, but the rule just stayed there, intended for something completely different. Sometimes.
My thought was someone kept trying to do it on butter knives or something.
Yeah. So exactly. So butter knife, you can, for example, it doesn't work on improvised weapon. You couldn't literally pick up like a chair, stool, leg, and be like, I cast booming blade on it because
Yeah.
there is no value to it.
I
So,
assume it's meant to be like you can't
blade.
do it when you get unarmed. Like it doesn't spawn a weapon, but if you're armed already, then you can
Yeah.
like do it. So
yeah.
I assume that would be the intended method.
Alrighty. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I don't think there's any other preparation we need to do. We're gonna. I'm assuming my eyes are still doing the Technicolor stuff. I don't know how long has passed and how long it's gonna last for, but my eyes are still glowing a little bit, I think.
You're still having a rave dance in your eyes, yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, I would try to generally basically have like my hood and everything up as much as possible to conceal, but I don't think I'm gonna do much good if I can't see, at least through my eyes I'm fighting, because I don't think I can do third person sword fighting.
Well, you can see that like the upcoming that there is a ton of light coming from like the upcoming room. You don't see it directly as of yet, but you can see that like the cavern that is leading towards it is like very well lit from that area.
Okay, so which probably wouldn't have helped anyway. So like, yeah, we're gonna still try to be not like brash, but I don't think we can stealth much anyway. So we're gonna be cautiously moving towards it.
I
That's
think
right.
it'll be a quiet thing versus a light thing.
Yeah.
You
Our
could
intention is to be quiet.
you could stealth in terms of like not make any noise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the.
All right. If that's what y'all like to do, then please roll me a group stealth check for you all, please.
Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself. Actually, no, I'm probably can't do that for a stealth check. Never mind.
You're gonna be like, also guidance has verbal components. So, you're gonna be like, be stealthy. I have a
You go
13
warlock, I
on.
guess you're the
I got
pathfinder.
a 5 in total. I had disadvantage.
I forgot that it's flat.
I'm gonna give one for Pip.
Oh.
Pip has a 17. Pip is a bird.
Well, Pip is just kind of
Okay,
sitting
wait.
on your shoulder, I assume.
Yeah, but Pip is being continues to be a bird. Very stealthily.
He
I
continues
become a pet?
existing.
Stealthily.
All right.
He rolled the highest amongst all of us.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah,
For a 3.
yeah, I noticed. Don't worry, I got you. Roll me all of you. Actually, okay, we'll do it this way. So as you all walk across the corner, or around the corner, I should say, you notice that there is
Maps
this
coming. Oh, baby.
exceptionally well lit room, where it's a massive cavern that is
God.
like an opened top end of a room. It is like a round, like the top end is a
Lord.
dome, and you see a bunch of like made constructions made out of metal. These are presumably made of the almost said dwarven giants that are made of the fire giants, because they are exceptionally wide and large. You all emerge up here, by the way.
Okay, I'm gonna move us right there.
So,
I'm gonna make.
like I said, these are, you can see that these are sort of connected to the railway as well, in an effort to make the traversal of their carts across this area just a little bit easier than it is typically. And as you all walk into this room, roll me a... All of you roll me a perception check, please.
All right. I'm assuming it's visual too, right?
And this one isn't.
Let's see. Oh, we're looking for like anything we can see. All right, then I'm not gonna be great at it. But let's see. Oh yeah,
With
yeah.
11 in total.
I got a
Yeah.
grand total of. Pip got a 4. Let's see what I do. I got a 7.
I got a 15.
Too bright. In the brighter light, does my vision do something weird?
You don't
Yeah,
blind
you're actually
yourself.
full
No.
blind. Good luck.
Nice.
You're not blind, but
You know
you do
what?
see you notice that like the smoke coming off of, or like the how heat typically like distorts the air above it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
seems
yeah, like a
slightly
mirage.
more intense than normal. But other than that, nothing really.
Let's see.
All right.
Okay.
Let's say y'all would be
And
like
the ma-
around this area. So feel free to like place your characters about like this area somewhere.
Not gonna lie, I think
I'm gonna have Pip like how high up is the cavern?
This is a pretty big one. This is like roughly 60, 70.
All right. Pip is gonna be flying around 40 feet up in the air.
You also there's another thing you should notice. This room is hot as fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna be every few seconds. I'm gonna be casting like rare frost, so that the area is a little bit, so we get a little bit of reprieve from the hotness.
So the highest we all got was like 15, yeah?
And
You're
the
talking about
perception, yeah.
stealth or for the perception. Yeah, perception.
The
I got a
perception.
15.
15. All right. So as you're going through this area, you actually would notice that your ears pick up a little something that is almost like a little like some rocks grinding away. And as you notice that, as you go to like say that, around you through the lava pools burst out a bunch of like really large, overgrown, almost Crickstein bugs that seem relatively close to the one you have, but they're much more grown and bigger, and they all go in to attack you. Everybody, please roll me an initiative.
God, we should just give them back.
Oh, well. That's a number.
Well, it wouldn't be. I should name these better.
You have decided our dexterity mod at the end, right? To the initiative?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Yeah. And unless you have a feat that gives you extra stuffs.
Yeah, unless you have alert or one of the abilities that directly modifies your initiative.
Gotcha.
21st is the large one. Wow. Man, these guys suck. At least the babies
I just
do.
remember that in like 20 minutes.
Oh, their sheets are here. There we go. They have... You have... 3. Get outsped, puzzle. Oh, they have plus
Oh my
3.
gosh.
Oh, so this would be...
I read Orion as Onion, and I was like, who's Onion?
That's me. It's the salt, like vinegar and onion.
He has layers to him.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cake has layers, and everyone loves cake.
I I make my enemies cry when they hit me.
So, as these creatures emerge from the lava, this one has jumped a little bit and is like attached to the side of this to this bridge, which isn't high above the lava. Matter of fact, walking on this thing is almost like walking on a hot beach. You have to continuously walk, otherwise your feet will burn. But they are like, at the edge of these respective lava pools, and Pip is the first one to act out of all of you. What does he choose to do?
So pretty much instantly we know that we are dealing with things that are going to be immune to fire because they literally came out of fire, right? Pip is not going to do anything. Yeah, I mean, they're under it. If they were to die, they're going to be under it, continue to be under it, but they just came out. I think Pip is not going to do anything specific, but it's going to, about 40 feet up in the air, but fly around the group in case he needs to do something for anybody.
Sure.
Yeah, so it doesn't do anything specifically yet.
That makes it Orion's turn. What would you like to do, sir?
Orion would be going into a blade song immediately. Start doing the footloose dance so that the foot doesn't burn.
Smart.
And go up here. I don't know, am I going against the big one right away? But I guess that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna swing at the big one.
Go for it.
Actually, hold on. Let's see something. Let's see something real quick. Hold on. Yeah. I think I gotta do that first before I can do anything. I am going to. That is my weapon. Okay, I'm gonna swing at it with my regular weapons, which is. Sorry, I haven't looked at the character sheet for so long. Okay. I just roll here. I don't have my dice tray here with me. We're going to. 24.
Yeah, wouldn't you know it?
This is
That
good.
hits.
Really? That's crazy. And that is going to be a 12 points of damage on this.
Alright.
I'm going to try to aim it kind of lower on his body if I can. I don't know. I know that there's like no mechanical thing about it, but I know information about it. So I'm
Isn't
going to
there?
try to basically.
I was
Well,
gonna say there's aim shots, but
I don't think like rules. Like in rules, there is a direct thing, but I have done things where, like, if you're trying to aim a particular thing, AC goes up by a little bit, but you get additional benefit from hitting it.
What rules? The ones I have complete control over? Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, depending on how you're running, but again, I would try to basically attack that underbelly area as much as possible.
Be sure to call that out for the next attack.
Okay.
Alright.
So, how are you? Like, how much is the basically generally AC going up potentially if I were to try and do this?
I'm not doing what you think I'm doing.
Okay. Cool.
it goes up by 60.
No.
Yeah. Alright. If that is your turn,
That is indeed my turn.
you're gonna catch, and I quote, these hands.
I thought those are claws.
Potentially. Right. My hands reach through the screen. No, but he.
This is DM on player violence, and I shan't stand for it.
All right.
Or I am sitting
so
down on my desk right now.
This one is going to go for one of his little spiny ends. Is going to thrash out towards you with a 20.
20 misses.
Damn.
I'm dancing.
All right.
I got
and
my
then
shoes out.
Its tail will reach out for you as well, and will stab for you as well. That's lower. No fall.
I feel woefully behind.
That's like for the sake of like sticking to things. Let's put ourselves like right.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I wanted to. Okay. You
Ye-
probably goes here then, right? If you're putting in the grid.
Yeah, but he's like halfway. There is a reason I'm putting it right there.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Instead.
Let's go with. I'll have him.
Also, I also have. Are these things talking to each other, saying any commands? I have comprehend language up. I should be able to hear, understand what they're saying.
Right. They are like making chittering noises towards each other. However, there is no language to be found in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
This one will turn its back towards you and then move towards to Puzzle.
It's living in my area.
It is,
Do I get an op attack on this?
if you'd like to. Well, here, I'll have him go this way.
Yeah, I mean, I can stop him or anything, but I'm gonna try to because I don't think I have anything useful right now with my opportunity attack reaction, other than shield. But I already survived this round attack from the big boy. 15.
That miss. Jesus, that misses.
Okay, sure. Okay, so 15 is not their AC is higher than 15. Cool, sounds good.
And he'll go around this way. This is like the front. Okay. So, once he has positioned himself that way, Declan, you're up.
Yeah. I want to cast Spiritual Weapon, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know how it works.
You just get a weapon floating that goes right after your initiative. You can roll attack for it separately.
Yeah, you pretty much like spawn another token that is a weapon.
Okay, but because it says like when you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature. Does that take my action then when I do all that, or?
I believe
is
it's
it
a
just- it does
bonus
its own
action.
thing?
Oh no, I
know
think it's
it's-
an
yeah, it's a
action to
bonus
cast
action,
it,
like-
and then a bonus action. Yeah.
Yeah, casting it is action.
Casting it's a bonus action.
Let me just.
Oh
quickly
wait,
read
are
it
you
anyway.
talking about the one that you? Oh no, okay, that is
second level
Spiritual.
bonus action? Spiritual weapon, yeah.
Oh, it is a bonus action. Never mind.
I just wasn't sure. Like, do I use my action when I attack with it? I'm not.
No. On your turn, next turn, you can basically use your bonus action to attack with it. So, okay, let me say it again. First time you cast it as a bonus action, you can immediately cast it and the weapon makes an attack. And from consecutive turn after that, you can use your bonus action to make an attack again with the weapon.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. That's what it is. That was the verbiage that was confusing me. Okay. 'Cause I
Yeah,
didn't
it's not
think
the
it took
most-
an action every time, but I was like, man.
No.
Oh,
So first
and
time
then
you cast it, the bonus
attack
action, it
with
immediately
your
gets a cast and an attack out of it.
All right, cool.
The
Then, yeah, I'm
when
gonna
you
do that.
cast a spell is often used in spells, and it just happens as a side effect of you using that spell.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What is your weapon of choice?
Oh yeah, what is when you cast a spiritual weapon? What does it look like?
I mean, it'd probably just be pretty similar to whatever I'm wielding, which is a warhammer. So,
Nice.
Warhammer-esque. I guess unless my deity has a weapon of choice, in which case it would be whatever that is.
Something large and heavy, probably.
Sounds like a Warhammer-esque type thing would be perfect. Then yeah, I don't have a token for that.
Oh,
No.
that's
Yeah,
okay.
I have one. I'll put it in.
Oh,
Where
perfect.
do you want to?
Yeah.
Where do you
I'm
want
probably
this?
gonna drop that one by the large one as well. Try to help
Okay.
out there with that, and then. Not seeing that that's concentration either. Delightful.
I'll call this token Hammer Time.
I'm at
Beautiful.
And this is going to be a prop character. I'm gonna drop it in as a prop, I think.
I think I'd drop it like behind, probably.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, it's not that big.
No.
There you go.
Perfect. Okay.
gonna put it above, so I'm gonna make it into a character so you can hit with it. And it's called Hammer Time.
It's a melee spell attack. So they're just rolling with the spell attack just in melee range, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You just add your attack proficiency, which I believe is 6, 5.
It's 5, yeah. That will be a 14 to hit. Oof.
Unfortunately,
do that.
you bang off the side of this thing's armor. The larger one, by the way, is an emerald quickstein bug.
Ah. You.
Huh.
Hit him either way. And then I will move. I assume that's roughly 5 feet to get into potential range of this dude.
Let's say we'll put you there. That is within range.
Okay, cool.
You can move down here as you want to. As well.
Oh, I can see the grid now. Okay. I had to zoom really far in to get the grid on this one.
Oh yeah, it is kind of tough to see.
It was not snapping to it. But yeah, okay, cool. Then I will just swing at him as well with my mace. I assume that's all allowed, right?
Yeah.
Bonus action with the thing and then also swing. Sweet.
Mhm.
Making sure. Okay, that only gets a +3.
I'm contacting to the cops. Get him. Did 2 attacks in a turn.
Need to hit for that one.
Against
18,
one.
right?
Yes, that does hit.
And small ones, we know at least 18 would hit. That's too small.
My D8. Max, nice. 9.
Wait, you have only a +1 to your attack?
Yes.
Oh, strength, right. Never mind. Yeah,
Nice.
so 9 kills it, right? It's dead on a 9?
Bitch,
Is
you
that what's
wish.
happening?
I was gonna say,
I
I'm
do,
also
I mean,
thinking
yes.
I believe with Warhammer would be bludgeoning. So probably less helpful.
Don't think they have. Probably should, but I didn't think of it beforehand, so let's say no.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, the resistance they have actually is counteracted by their shells cracking over time, so it kind of like balances out.
Was that your turn, by the way?
Yes, that is all I got. Sorry.
Alright, then small number 2 goes, which is this boy over here. And he will... I'm gonna have him run up to here. Is Pip in the air? He is, right?
Pip is like 40 feet up in the air, yeah.
Okay. So I'll have this one run up towards Puzzle and go for an attack. And he gets advantage.
Oh.
Two nat 20s coming up. Oh, Jesus. That is a
I don't know.
10 to hit.
Oh, a 10 will not hit.
That's rough. He rolled a 5 and a 1. Guy sucks.
That
Your
is
reaction made me think very different.
Does it take embarrassment damage for missing this badly? Does it take?
You can see the large one look at it like, damn.
Do we take embarrassment damage if we mess up?
I mean, I've been taking it in real life.
Yeah.
Like,
Fortunately, these guys don't have too big a moves to make. So that will be the end of number 2. Number 1. Let's see. I do have this ability. Let me read it just to something specific. What's that? So what is the... Okay. So, the small one is going to go ahead and push off of the little bridge that he's under, and he'll let himself sink into the magma once again, leaving your melee range. Declan's
No.
melee range.
Or
Get back here, coward.
does that mean I get a swing? Yeah.
If you want to take it, yep.
Yep, I will attempt to do so.
You know what? Nat 20 coming up right now. It's happening.
That'd be filth.
Maybe in that one. Nope, 9.
Haha, gotcha, bitch.
Within
Alright.
within AC of 8, it hits, right? No?
Well, it would if its AC was 8. And you start hearing that crunching of stone once again, as this one pops up next to Puzzle as well.
Holy.
Wait, what they got against Puzzle though? Like, what's up with that?
They saw you
like,
dancing about and they were like, fuck this guy.
Like, hey,
This
this
one
thing's good
gets
to tango. Come.
advantage
It
and
did say
plus
it's
2.
warm or something. So
18. 20 to hit.
That will hit. That as well.
First damage, or first blood. On their side, at least. These guys have a... He will stab you with one of his piercers for 5 piercing damage.
Alright. That's not too bad. But it quickly stacks up, I'm sure.
Actually, never asked Puzzle. What class are you?
I'm a paladin.
Aladdin.
Oh, okay. Then I think we'll be fine. Okay, good. You have a lot of healing and extra damage options. That's good.
You have Shield of Faith on?
Not yet.
Ah,
About to, though.
It's...
I go
uh,
last.
Matter of fact, go on.
Yeah, I will do Shield of Faith. Seems prudent.
Go for it.
So I'm concentrating and AC plus 2. And then considering my situation, I believe the best action I can take is the dodge action. So that is what I'll do.
Fair. Whoops. Alright. Then it is up to Pip.
Peep has a total movement of 60 feet, and it looks like we could use a bit of help in this manner. So Pip is gonna do a flyby distraction on the big guy to give me the help action there, and then move out another like 20 feet up in the air again, out of the way. And I go right after, so I'm gonna run in. As I'm running, I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade, tuck my sword away, cast Shadow Blade to get 2 shadowy blades showing up, and I'm gonna just run up and go. I think I'm gonna just like squeeze in right here,
Go for it.
and I'm going to yell a devil in your side, so that's useful. I'm gonna attack with advantage. If I miss, I'll be so pissed. My God, with advantage? This is okay. I used up all my luck. That's fine. Yeah, that's all I can do. I just
You did call
very
it.
cool.
The second battle would start. Y'all would suck.
I know, it's fine. It's okay. I rolled poorly and stand there, take real life shame damage.
That's rough, bud.
that poorly.
All right, then it is the turn of the large one, whom. Okay. He doesn't like understand the concept of like armors or magical armors being cast upon anybody, so he will continue to attack Puzzle. With advantage though.
But I am dodging. So I think that
Oh,
cancels
so
that.
disadvantage, yeah.
Flat, yeah.
Which probably saved you right there, because you rolled a natural 18 with the other one. This one
no.
is a 15 to hit.
It's not gonna
That'll
do none
miss.
of that.
Then is this other attack the same? Yes. Oh, that's meant to be a ranged attack. Whoops. Well, whatever. Melee it is. That is a 16 to hit with that one.
That also miss.
Wow. These boys can't hit nothing. Alright, that makes it Declan's turn.
Beautiful. I'm going to cast Bless on all of us.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
So that will give us a extra D4 to attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And as my bonus action, I'll swing with the hammer.
Go for it. As a side note, you
Okay.
can also
Bless
move
is-
it, but
Yeah, I don't need to move it this time. Bless
If
is
you
my
just
concentration. I
move
don't
it on
think
this side, I
it's
think
a weapon.
the hammer gets +2. If it's actually it's already flanking with
I was
puzzle.
gonna say, in theory, if it wasn't gonna flank, it would be good to go.
It's already flanking. Oh, I'm also concentrating on Shadow Blade, by the way. So not too bad.
Do I add +2 to it?
sure.
Do I get that with a hammer? With
Yeah,
a
why
spiritual
not?
Weapon? Does that count as something threatening? Cool. I'll take it. I'll take anything at this point. Okay.
I'd say it can flank, but it can't be used as a flanking thing. Oh, well, never mind.
Oh no.
Well, then they're gonna go and roll like that. That doesn't matter. It's fine.
You gotta get advantage for when you roll it out.
I mean, I had advantage, Declan. I had advantage.
For myself. And
Yikes.
I will.
You want to add that
Jeez.
D4, buddy?
I mean, sure.
I mean, it's not that one already. It doesn't do anything.
Nice.
It made me feel better. I'm gonna go ahead and do.
Did it?
Stay within healing ward range, if anything. We're gonna start going down soon.
I think. Yeah, 25 is my.
I don't think a single
Okay.
one of you has taken damage. Calm down.
But again, I have a total of 20 HP. 2 hits is gonna take me down.
Nah, fair.
That is my turn.
I mean, to be fair, I actually have technically 28 total HP right now with the 5 temp HP from the Armor of Agathis. So, being a bit dramatic, but
you're
my rolls,
fine.
Y'all's AC is nuts.
Yeah.
my potential AC is 27,
Blade Singers are stupid. Especially because they get shield.
which,
It's just a
exactly.
+5. And then if you cast haste on yourself, you have another +2. And you're practically invincible.
Yeah.
Okay, so small number 2 is going to repeat and hopefully be better than his previous action, but he has normal +2.
Still dodged. Yeah. Still dodged.
Yikes! That's a 13 to hit, which I assumed is not.
Maybe check.
At this point, I almost feel like whittling down numbers is probably more valuable than trying to just kill the big one because they are getting the extra advantage from it. I don't know, but I don't even know. We only have attacked. Which one did we attack, Declan? Small number 1, right?
One of the small ones, yeah.
Yeah, one of the small ones have taken so far, I
Yeah,
think,
one of the
12
small
points
ones.
of damage. Or some number of damage. I don't know how much exactly.
Okay, I'm not sure if they'll...
9.
Yeah, I'll leave 2 to it.
9.
Only remember, like, roll that damage well for some ungodly reason.
Oops.
Yeah, that was a solid 8 on an 8. Wait. Oh, I was like, what is this concentration beast?
He's concentrating on something. He's casting Fireball with concentration for some reason. But yeah, he's going to take
Firewall?
an attack. Whoa, dear Lord Almighty. That's on that one. Ah, these guys suck ass. Just as much as you all do.
This is we're just hitting each other with little noodles.
We're doing pillow fights out here.
Like when 2 tanks fight.
Okay, I'll have this one move here.
I don't know how that got attached to that one.
God knows.
Okay, I know what happened. Okay, I think I know what happened.
Okay. And that makes it Puzzle's turn.
All right. Well, they do seem to still be their target, so I think I'll be what tanks do. I'll keep tanking. I'll just take the dodge action.
Alright. Any bonus?
Nope. I'm
Alright.
just sitting there dodging.
That makes it Pip.
Pip is Peepy's gonna just help me again and fly back out where it was. I'm gonna see if I can hit something for once, at least once. This is gonna be also plus booming blade on it, but they're not moving. But it doesn't matter. I'll just do that anyway. Actually, the next is green flame blade on the big one. If I can hit it, I can also get some damage.
Smart.
Good lord! Actually, I have 16. Do I get any two for
D4?
the? Oh, I have D4 too. Yes, beautiful, beautiful stuff. 20. If I have a 2, that's a 22.
Hits.
Okay, 20 hits. I'm gonna do 2d8 damage for the Shadow Blade. That's 9 points of damage, and then I cast Green Flame on that one, so that's gonna do an additional. You can cause a green fire leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice, and it takes. So it's gonna do 6 more damage.
Yeah, to either small or
spell
small two.
Yeah, so I don't think I can get to small or I can get to small. I
Yeah,
can only
to
get to small, two.
two. Yeah.
Yeah, small 2. Yeah, it's gonna do small 2. 6 points of more damage to small 2. So 9 to large and 6
This
to
is
small.
fire damage, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know if it does anything to them.
Unfortunately, he does
Probably
not
not.
seem to really care, like, at all.
Yeah, this was to send a message mostly. That I can do shit
Fair
like
enough.
this. Like, be aware I'm gonna do stuff like this in the future too. So
I'm gonna do stuff to you.
anyway,
I like that.
um,
All right.
I
it's your
don't think I
turn.
have anything else bonus action wise. Let me quickly check if I have any bonus action. No, that's it. As a bonus action, I do nothing.
Fair enough. All right, that makes it the large boy's turn, and he is once again going to try his best to lay into puzzling with a +2. So 18, 20 doesn't hit, right?
20 does hit.
Oh, it does.
Wait, did
Nice.
it roll it? It should have rolled with disadvantage, like a flat, because of
It did.
puzzle dodging. Okay, wow.
Jeez.
Only rolled a 13,
baby.
guys. Calm down.
Okay. Ooh, that's
it-
numbers.
But it
Plus
does have
5 to
the
their attack.
+2 from the flanking.
So +7 to their attack total. Noted stuff.
So that is for this boy. One of these. Right, so you take 6 piercing damage from this one.
Alright.
And then he's
Gonna
gonna...
make a con save.
Yes, against DC 10.
Okay, pass.
Alright. He'll go for another attack on you. With an actual 2.
Technically, you'd get a D4 on that, by the way. Not that it mattered that time, but
Oh, yeah, true, thank you.
That is accurate. And he will move this way. Declan. You're up.
yes.
Alright, Declan, kill it. Let's go.
I'll start with my bonus action.
Hammer time.
Yes. Indeed. Like,
Declan,
16
roll me
hit.
a... Before you do this, roll me a... Like, a perception.
You notice a bazooka lying around in the ground.
There's a stick of dynamite!
17.
Right, the creatures are... You're all hitting their armored sides, pretty much. They keep moving their armored sides towards you all.
Then I'll yell out. They keep moving their armor stuff towards us. I think we need to move them. I don't know.
This is their front.
So
This, and that side.
So on the last attack I had, would I have, like, from this revelation, would I have noticed that did less damage than it could have? Because my last attack, he was not turned.
It did full damage.
Okay, cool. So, but if I were to attack now, I have basically its back towards me, or like from where I'm standing right now.
Their sides are also covered.
So basically, to get the idea from let's say Puzzle's point of view.
Hmm.
So Puzzle is getting the side of this beast, and I'm getting the back of it right now.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Its fronts are considered this, this,
Okay,
and this.
so the bottom of the token is their front, 100%. Got it.
And
All right.
well, the guy said earlier it was like their front was unarmored or something.
Like the underbelly.
Oh yeah, the underbelly.
So from the picture, I'm gonna assume like anywhere between under their like neck all the way down to their like stomach area would be the area to target.
Pretty much.
Interesting. Well, I will take.
So you could move the hammer up opposite of it to hit it.
Yeah. So I might move it there. I should still get flanking. We'll go with that one then.
And I assume you would like to go for the area, or like for the unarmored area.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and.
That was what, 18
Do a-
total?
When I rolled that, I want to say it was a 16.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know
a
how to see
16
the-
plus the flanking.
Then there's a 2, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, I get to roll the d4 though.
Yeah, D4 as well.
I need to care about that. Well, I think I already added the +2 onto the.
Okay, so you have 18 now.
16, so it's now an 18. Yes.
Oh, now it's 18. That is
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I was
That hits.
adding the.
Right, the AC is higher than
Okay.
15, lower than 18, lower than equal to 18.
Is
We're
it?
math in people. We missed on a 15 and 18 hit, so it's at 18 is the higher end of it, right?
1d8 plus 5. Oh man. Man, I really like my d8s for this. Goodness. All right, that is
Wow.
Jesus. 13 force damage.
Nice.
You are rolling higher on a D8 than I've been on a D20.
All right, is you hit him like
I know.
right in the chest. That was a big hit just then. It's starting to look pretty rough.
Lord. I think we need to aim for its belly. Chest thing. But that will. Oh wait, no. Yeah, that was just my bonus.
Yep.
So.
What spell you got? From the movement of these things, especially the big one, would it look like they're moving a little slow? Like I'm basically trying to gauge where they're gonna be bad at deck stuff.
They dug that tunnel pretty damn quick.
I'm gonna yell to Declan. These things might not be super wise. If you have something that makes them do wisdom save, might be something you could try doing.
I do. Is this walkable, by the way?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay, cool. Just checking. Well, actually, even though it says flame in it, it does radiant damage.
Yeah.
I assume I would know enough to know that, right?
That is different, yeah.
It's not absurdly meta. I'm just gonna try to do a sacred flame against him.
Which one?
I'm gonna aim for small one.
Right. That is a dexterity check, yes?
Yes, correct.
Or save, I mean, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
That is 19 plus.
I think they're good. All right.
The small one is smart, wise.
It read Socrates' books. He knows what's up.
So far, I didn't understand it, but it's been asking me a lot of whys.
Right. That's your turn?
Yes, that is all for me.
Alright, small 2. Going to whip around to you and try to go on an attack on Puzzle.
All of it.
Oh, Jesus. An 11?
Doesn't hit. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, it should have been worse. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, that's its turn. It's going to move down here. And then small 1 goes.
Does the spiritual weapons get opportunity attack?
I doubt it.
I don't.
I
Yeah, I
think
don't
so.
think the camera would. I wouldn't think so. Beats me.
I'd say probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. It would be funnier though. The spiritual will be like, where are you going?
Small is going to turn
Nah.
around to puzzle as well and also go for an attack. 14. 21.
That'll hit.
Oof.
Going to go for a scissory stab as well to your chest. That will be d6 plus 3. Ooh, that is 4 piercing damage.
Nice.
Alright. Still have to make my check here, but I pass.
Puzzle's doing okay, right? Health wise.
Yeah, she'll be fine. I still have lay on hands
Okay.
to use as well.
Okay, cool. And you have don't discount the 2 good berries that you have.
True.
Going to have small one move over there. And then puzzle, you're up.
Are taking good berries in action? Or is it a...
I think so.
It is gonna be an action.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna discount those for now. I'll go for
I think we have done some
Oh.
good damage on the large so far. I don't think we have hit the small ones all that much.
yeah, I don't think so either. But for the moment, I'm gonna go for lay on hands on myself. Heal myself for 10 HP.
Nice.
Is that bonus or is it regular action?
Nah,
It's an
that's a full-
action, unfortunately.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely need that at the moment. And I have no bonus action, so that is my turn.
He's no longer dodging. Sick 'em, boys.
All right. Pip, same idea. Try to distract the beast. But for me, how big is this large?
It's like halfway between medium and large. That's why it's so weird.
Okay, is it possible for me to like real cool like slide under it to cut into his belly? I'm gonna miss anyway, but basically I'm gonna go to this other side and attack it. But am I going this way and attacking it, going other side, or like running around and attacking it?
For the sake of cool, you can slide under it, sure.
Hell yeah! Oh god,
Possibly go
this would
wrong.
be so cool if I actually hit this time. I'm gonna hit him with a booming blade just in case it moves. But 22.
That's
That's gonna hit, I believe, because 18 did hit before. And that is gonna be at 13 points of psychic damage, by the way. All of these are psychic. From Shadow Blade. He doesn't understand where the damage is coming from. It takes damage to his mind.
Yep. It seems the damage
and-
seems to hit as much as you would expect it to.
Yeah, and also like you see his shell and everything is shaking with some sort of like energy. If he were to move, he would take some damage, but as of now, nothing else happens.
Also, he is as you cut down from underneath him, you cut open like an entire portion underneath him. He's currently leaking blood all over the floor.
Oh, nice. I would be happy if it was leaking ruby that he ate, but I'll take blood.
This one's an emerald one.
Oh, okay. Damn, useless.
Damn. Okay.
But ruby, be ruby or be nothing. That's what I say.
Damn. Yeah, he's probably gonna take that shit personal.
I mean, that was the psychic damage. I told him be ruby or be nothing.
You're useless.
Okay. I'll have him attack Puzzle.
He keeps.
Uh,
But puzzle is not flanked. Oh yeah, they still get the wolf thing.
this time they do have
Got it.
advantage. And they rolled well to make up for it, so that's a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Will do a d6 plus 3. That's 9 piercing damage for you there.
Entire lay in hand kind of like got eaten out. What the hell? Can I, as this is happening, can I do some sort of insider investigation? If there is anything specific about puzzle that's like triggering these beings to a certain, or they're just like picking the biggest one.
They just seem to be swarming.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I do get a D4, so that's 7 plus, or that's 8. I can do
Ooh.
math. And plus a D4.
Yeah, let's see how
Okay,
good
got
that
a
was.
50% chance, 50% chance of holding it. God
Oh,
damn it.
riff.
Rough.
So yeah, I drop con.
So you have AC drops down to 18 now?
That's correct.
Ooh, wow.
Well, then.
Just seeing if he could grasp the concept of like, probably shouldn't move right now. And he did roll exceptionally well on his intelligence there.
Yeah. No, that would make sense. His body is kind of like, vibrating like a phone on vibration mode, so.
So he's done his action. Did I have him move already? I think I did, right? Like not a proper move, but like this.
No, he turned, didn't move, so
Yeah, he turned.
I don't think turning counts for a booming blade.
No, but it does because I'm limiting him to do it once. Declan.
Yo, keep moving. Oh, I can go 5.
That hammer can turn. Hammer is kind of incorporeal, so hammer can move around through me to the other
it can
side or
also-
next to
I was
puzzle.
gonna say, it can also float.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say I
Yeah.
could just go
in
above
theory,
him.
just fly.
Also, the small one is already facing the right direction for the hammer to attack. By the way,
Yeah, I want the hammer to stay on the big guy.
but big guy you have to be next to puzzle,
it
the
needs
other
to
side.
go,
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
Right
I
next
feel
to
like it
puzzle.
needs to go about right there to get all the stuff, and I'll do.
small one because small and small two seems so weird to me.
Your OCD can shove it.
Yeah, no, it's like what is small? I mean, it's as bad as like calling one small A and the other one small one.
That's funny. I'm gonna do that next time.
That thing. Oh, that's a 9 if it has flanking, but that is not gonna hit anyways.
Yeah,
Then
will
I'll
not.
swing with my own warhammer for small. Can I hit small 1 from here?
Yeah.
You're gonna hit its back.
That's fine.
Small one, you can hit its back. Small two, you can hit like in the right place.
Your choice.
Okay.
Or
And doesn't
don't
matter.
hit him. You know,
Yeah,
that's
it
fine.
doesn't- Nothing matters.
You were
Cool,
attacking
that's
which
it
one?
for me. Small 1.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright. Speaking of small two is gonna go attack Declan. He's gonna reach out his grubby little hands and put his hands on you. No flanking, but does have advantage. So that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright. D6 plus 3. 7 damage, piercing. And then he will turn his back to you. Small one is up.
God damn. Only area of effect thing I have are fire damages, and I know they're not gonna do anything on fire. What the hell? So annoying.
I'll have small one whip around and try to go for Pausel as well. Or for Pausel.
There's a map.
Jeez. Oh, that's Declan.
I'm
That's the
super
concept.
concentrating.
Oh my god. I was like, that's attack. That's the attack on puzzle.
Nah.
Think for a second.
It is a 21 though.
Oh.
That hits. Very much so.
So these two guys don't have the other attack. Jesus Christ, they are rolling high on damage. That's another 9 piercing. A pause.
All of it.
And then having a move would be exceptionally stupid. Puzzle, you're up.
Well, I've definitely seen better days.
We have to kill at least one to stop their pack tactics. Well, we have to kill 2 technically, but well, small 1 and 2. Have we done any damage? Okay.
Damage has been done to small 1.
But it's looking generally fine, or like we're seeing kind of some cracks in the proverbial armor. Okay.
Yeah, I think my best option is just to take the dodge action still, so that's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
All right.
Dodge is engaged. Yep.
Okay. Same clause. I'm gonna use my action to try. I'm gonna cast inflict wound on. Basically, thematically, I'm rolling under it and trying to touch the cut I opened. The opening I have into basically giving it some bad damage on it. Onto the cut.
It will still
I'm
mechanically.
kinda-
You'll be attacking the armor.
No, I'm basically rolling. I'm going basically on the other side to get the front of it.
Where?
Oh, that's a good question. Where can I go? Oh no. In the lava.
I jump in the lava just to show what's up.
I literally have no. Actually, I'm gonna hit this one. Fuck it. I'm gonna take
for
the
it.
opportunity attack from this one if he wants to.
From the big lad.
Big lad, yeah.
This is where the nat 20 comes in. Watch it. Watch it. You would trigger it right there. Yeah.
Before I leave, so I'll wait for you to do that.
Would he trigger it within 5 feet of me?
You'd be triggering it right here as he walks from this one to this one. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's like triggered right on this one as well.
And I can use my fighting style to use my reaction to give it disadvantage, the attack.
Oh well, perfect. Because
Lovely.
it had pack tactics as well, so that goes down to a neutral.
From where I was leaving its area, would it have pack tactic? Yeah, it would. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
it's
living
this
next
one.
to small one.
But yeah, that's a 5
Okay.
base, so 10.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna attack this small one. Gonna be a 21 to hit.
Did you have?
And
Oh yeah,
I
you just
used
hit Pips, I
it
don't
to
know.
basically. Yeah. I'm
You said
gonna
small one.
it small two. Sorry, so whatever I have the
Oh,
opening
small two.
because the other two I'm locked out. I can get there done. Inflict wounds on it. I'm gonna damage 22 necrotic damage. I think.
How much did you roll to hit?
22.
Yeah, that's fair. As you
Yeah,
grab this
that's-
one, is there any particular way in which you would like to kill it?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
basically going to. This is like our size, right? Like medium size, our size.
Yeah, it's like a rather large dog.
And what type of gem is this one?
This one will be a sapphire.
Sapphire. I basically run, dodge the other one's attack, roll kind of because this one is turning its back, roll over it like a slide over it, kind of like a jeep from like a detective show, and then go next to it and basically touch its neck as I cast inflict wounds onto it, kind of close its throat with
Nice.
necrotic energy.
You can immediately see that the sheen and the majestic nature of this creature is effectively immediately drained away as a lot of the color leaves the body, and it starts to shrivel up as if it spent 40 years in the desert, and all the life leaves this creature as it basically turns to dust underneath your palm, and it falls to the ground dead.
Okay. These things are strong, but they're not invincible. We gotta concentrate on the big one soon. Thank God. Okay. That's my turn. Move on to large.
Large bay. The large bay is you're not gonna believe it. It's gonna attack Puzzle.
What?
No way.
Man.
It has your dodge.
Also, is dodged up right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Neutral, not +2, but it doesn't matter. 24.
Yeah.
Oh no. That hits.
24 even hits me at this point. Okay, how many rounds has it been? By the way, I need to check like my blade song and such.
I believe you have 10 turns, right?
And-
I don't think it's been that long.
Yeah, I have 10 turns. Also, I didn't even roll for like my bless last time, but I had a 20 already. So never mind.
This is 3. That is 7 points of piercing damage as well. And then it'll
How is
go in
Puzzle doing?
for another strike.
Close to down, but still up.
17.
70 is not gonna do it for Puzzle.
Alright, that misses. And then it's...
It's Declan, right? Oh,
No, I have
oh, it's
him
turning. Okay.
turn that way. And then I will end its turn into Declan.
Okay, so I'm assuming Puzzle's not looking great.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will use Channel Divinity Preserve Life. So restore a number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level. Any creature within 30 feet of you. Divide those hit points among them.
I need
But
nothing, so
you
just
can
give
only
everything to
go up.
Puzzle.
I was gonna say you can only go up to half with that one. But what you said?
Still use all
So do
15,
you want
huh?
to? Do you want to? So what is Puzzle looking like right now? I'm just trying to see because you have 15 to give out, right?
Correct.
Okay, Puzzle. What is your half?
I'm at 1 HP.
Oh,
my God.
jeez!
yeah.
Ignore all the maths. Take as many as you can out of the
Yeah,
15
yeah.
to get
Take
attack to
all.
half.
Yeah, take
My
all.
hit point maximum is 31, so I think I
Ah,
can
you-
take all 15. no?
You actually get all 15. This is perfect. That's what
Wow.
that's the math I was trying to run, but perfect.
There we go.
The math checks
All
out.
right.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you
And
very
then
much.
I'll.
You actually
Awesome.
have a bonus action still to use that to attack, or you can heal more because channel magic.
I'm gonna use. Good point. I'm gonna move the hammer over there regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I think you have to attack. I think it's the bonus to move and then attack.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can.
All right.
I think Puzzle would be. Ooh, that's nice. 19.
And if it's flanking, it's 21 plus.
Hits.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hits.
Cool.
It hits even if you attack the armor.
I can remember how much damage this deals. At D8 plus. Whoa,
Nice.
force damage. That matters.
Nice. It had 2 HP, so
Oh.
how would you like to kill it?
I just wanted to continually smash down continuously.
Oh, smash.
All right.
Pretty much.
So as it whips
Blink,
around,
Blink, 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 blink.
as it turns its head around, and as the hammer sort of like spins in the air as well and knocks it right on the head, causing it to fall down. And then the hammer takes a swing into its back, cracking some of the armor. Swings again, breaks even more. Swings again and swings again and swings again, until you've created a crater for this thing's demise, which is now filled with dust of its chitin, as its entire body is like crumpled in, and its back is broken quite badly, and it is dead.
Okay. I think that's gonna do it for me then. Well, I guess I'll move.
You take opportunity attack from a small one if you do move.
Oh,
by the
yeah,
way.
you're right. Nope, I won't move.
Do one thing. Actually, run it. Go to the other side of a small one so that I have area to go attack small one.
Can I move that way?
Yeah, because small two is dead.
Can I
It's
move
not
here?
gonna.
Over the dead one, you could go this, that.
Okay, cool. If I'm able to move there, yeah, I did want to
No, that works.
adjust. Cool. Yeah, that will end my turn then.
Small 2 explodes. No, it doesn't. I'm kidding. Small 1? Well, his pack tactics is offline, so that's unfortunate for it.
And also, puzzle is still dodging, so it's gonna be a disadvantage. Attack puzzle. Attack puzzle. I think that's gonna be good.
Lost the will to live.
I mean, it probably will, to be fair. Oh, this thing's gonna die. I don't know why I'm trying to, like, think about tactics. This thing's gonna die in a minute. I'll just have him attack puzzle. The old habits die hard, I guess. 11.
That'll miss.
Well, it's gonna turn itself away from you. Not to
Turn
much.
to me.
Yeah, not to much avail, but there you go. This thing is also
Nice.
intelligence of -4, so puzzle.
I think Orion does like just as much damage, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just take a swing at the bad part. I'll still try to get under it, but I know how it works.
You can actually move around to the other side if you want.
Yeah, you could move here and then just move back.
Because I am still in the area where I
Oh.
can attack it. I can still attack
Okay,
it from
okay.
where I am. It just
That's
turned to
true.
me. Yeah, it's great.
And I'll move to there.
But the
It was
small ones,
between a rock
you have
and
to
a
be
hard
right
place.
in front of them.
Ah, okay. I mean, after you attack, you can just move over.
Yeah.
Or just
Sure.
kill it right now. That's fine too.
So 17 plus 6, so 23.
It's
Dealing. Plus 4 is 7, dealing 7 damage.
all right. You give it a mighty whack, and it does reverberate all throughout its body, causing a ton of damage, but it is still alive.
Alright, and then I'll take a step here.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna just like take a quick scan step, and I'm not gonna even use Pip for this. I want to see if I have any luck to roll anything good, which I should have done. I did not have any luck to roll anything good. I have a 13. So,
That's 13 total, yeah.
13 probably. Yeah, 13 probably doesn't do it. I don't have any +2s or anything. Is it flanked still? Because I have 2 people next to on the opposite side.
No, it's behind it. Which is really
No, I'm
unfortunate.
talking about Declan and
Yeah,
Posel. They're
that's what I mean.
Opposite.
Flanking would be behind it.
Okay. So it is not flanked. I have to flank it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that in that case, 13.
Yeah, its AC is
I look at
14 without
everybody
the
and-
armor.
I look at it, both of them. I'm like, watch this. Then I miss.
Into the
Still
fleshy
walking.
part too. Brutal. Large stays dead. Declan.
Oh, I'm gonna after my turn. I'm gonna actually move out. I'm like, don't watch this. Then I just like slowly slink away a little bit.
Don't touch this. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Okay, I'm gonna swing with. I'll move this. Wait, did Posel go?
I'm gonna assume with the armor, it's like 16 or something. So you
Okay.
can probably just still just swing at it.
Making sure I
if
didn't need to
anything-
kill a buddy first.
No, it's just because
No, he's
that's the other
okay.
thing is underneath it.
Yeah. Making sure. Yeah, then I'm gonna take a swing with the hammer time thing first.
I'm a tap.
At the
That's gonna do stuff.
plus 26 to hit.
Yeah. Think that'll do it.
It misses.
It dodges.
Never know.
It starts to blade sing.
6
Oh
damage.
no.
6 force damage.
That D8 finally ran out of luck. It was rolling so well.
Well,
Rolled in on that one.
despite that, how would you like to kill it?
Ah, sweet. Same way as the other one.
All right.
I think it just
Getting a taste for
Swings a lot.
blood. This time it's a lot easier with the much smaller one, whose kind is a lot less robust, especially against magical, massive hammers. But this one is a, let's go for Tiger's Eye. I forget what it's called in like layman terms, but we'll go with Tiger's Eye. And you keep bashing into the back of it, just crack, crunch, until there is a paste of bug with a flavoring of some orangey to it in front of you. Dead.
What gem was this bug right here?
A Tiger's Eye.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a
But
it's like
Like an
similar
orange
to
one, right?
yeah, it's orange.
oh, well, I'm a little concerned about this particular spiritual weapon. It has gotten a taste for blood, and it has gotten more skill out of all of us.
It's a little demon.
The big one and the small one. It basically it's you know, we finished the whole campaign and we find out the hammer. Like,
it was just pulling for the fire giant spirit, you know? It's pulling
Ah.
extra juice.
nice. All right. So, do we hear anything else? Thought of it.
As you bash these things into a paste, you take a moment to hear if any other ones, perhaps the extended family, are going to show up, but you don't hear anything. You don't hear any ground crunching as you did before.
Okay. I would like to scout out the area a little bit. I would like to use Pip to get a feel for the thing, like because there's a bunch of roads like extending outwards in different directions. I just like to know, is there anything of note? We're here to look for Ruby specifically, but also looking out for the Dragonborn because the assumption is he might have had to pass through this area. So
Alright. So you see a few exits with this one. You can notice that first of all, your little Krixtine bug seems to be trying to go towards this area here. You're not entirely sure why.
the fire?
In the lava, yes.
Well, our twine's not gonna hold if we want to let him go, but I look at the group. Can I make any like a heads or tails of like, is it trying to escape? Does it think there is food there? What's happening?
This entire time has been chill, so it's not trying to escape.
I'm just trying to dive into the lava.
Yes.
I dive into. No, I'm just kidding.
I do it before him. Fuck you, bug.
I'm gonna basically take like, do we have any kind of like sticks or anything? I want to basically notice is the lava is lava or there's something else that we're not seeing there.
With a stick?
Like, so basically the bug, is it trying to jump into lava because it is not afraid of fire, or there's something interesting there, like somehow magically?
You guys
Well-
detect magic, maybe?
Yeah, I have detect magic or identify or anything. I'm gonna cast both there
Alright, you guys
in this
detect
area.
magic. And I assume you just encircle the pool a little bit, and you do not
Yeah,
see
yeah. Basically,
or sense any magic.
oh, so this is just lava and the bug is crazy. I'm gonna take one more, like, we had a bunch of like finely dusted ruby. I'm gonna just feed it before I open the twine off of it. Feed it a little bit more ruby so that it knows we're out here, giving it food.
Well,
Because
maybe-
I'm not gonna let
how
it go
much?
because the moment, maybe like 1 gold worth of ruby.
Okay, roll me an animal handling.
That's not what I. God. Okay.
Hey, you're
Plus
handling an animal.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is that.
I still have
that
it
I'm
on.
doing.
Still have it on battle music.
Nope. 9.
It doesn't even look at you. It doesn't
well.
grace you with its sight.
Well, I look at the group. I'm like, I mean, if the bug is trying to get in there, we can hold on to it. But if it flies on with its twine, it's gonna just burn immediately. The twine. So, what do you think? Let it go.
I believe that's where the other bugs came from. And we were told they have a nest down here, so who says the nest can't be under lava, right?
That is true. So, do you think they're gonna go call other people? Like, what do you think? Like, what you should do?
I mean, it's probably just trying to get its next meal. I mean, it seemed to ignore. Like, it ate the rubies when we first gave it to him, and then it's ignoring when you're offering ruby now. It probably means there's a lot more than what you're offering it down there, it would be my guess.
That is true, but we don't have any way to acquire those rubies that we need from under here. Actually, I'm gonna look at this. Is there any kind of like, does this structure look natural or man-made?
Investigation.
Investigation. Can I have any help from anyone? Just to
You
look
have
around.
Guidance.
Oh yeah. Oh god, come on. Okay, that is gonna be 15 plus guidance is going to be 18.
You don't find any signs of it being artificial.
Basically, what I was looking for is that there is lava here, but is there any way to lower the lava in certain way so that we can expose whatever is underneath? which doesn't look like it is possible. Um, hmm. So we let the bug go, or we hold on to it?
Let's say that this one is raised up a bit in the air, lower, or this pond of lava is slightly higher than the others.
Wait, the stone around it is higher?
There's like a little, this little area is like a little raised above it, or like a little raised above the rest of the lava level.
Oh, so if like, does it look like if I were to like maybe break open one of the edges, the lava will
Potentially.
like? I mean, I guess if the bug is trying to go there, that means whatever of interest to us is in here. We just need to move this lava out of here somehow. Okay. So, what do you think, folks?
I believe that's right. I think the safest way to do it would be using that. She'll kind of gesture towards the spiritual weapon.
I change my spiritual weapon into a shovel.
Well,
Like
it's
a
stone, I see.
Pickaxe.
Probably pickaxe.
But yeah, I mean, I'll try to do something with it, see if it'll work.
Alright. So, what would you like to do?
We'll basically whatever way we're breaking the wall. We'll move to the other side of it before we do that. So we're gonna probably be in the like over these bridges over here. And I stop dancing. And I think all of us will just probably move on this side. So which way, like, from the understanding, is there any particular side that looks much lower where the lava will flow better towards?
The rest of the chamber is in its entirety lower than this little area right here.
But like we don't notice any particular direction of slant, right?
No.
Okay. I would say like channel wise, then this is the I'm not even pointing. This is a short channel. I think it could be pretty good for the lava to just go there. But this looks like there's a bigger area there, so if we open this area, it might just like to go away. And I also want to keep the path we came in open so we can go back. So I would say maybe like this area is where we open it.
Sounds good.
Alright, I will move it there and blink.
Yeah, I think we just kind of like look from this side and start that construction job.
Since
I didn't
you're
understand
a
what
wisdom.
you were saying at first. Yes, I am a wisdom.
Okay, so roll me a wisdom check to see if you have enough control over this spell to make it act in the way that you need it to.
Okay. It's flat wisdom, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
This might just flat wisdom on that.
The flat should be what, +4?
I think it's just +3.
Okay.
+3 right now.
Or not. I don't do that.
Oof.
No?
Well,
I'm doing great.
you give it a good old college try, and you use your now pickaxe to try to chip away a little tunnel for it to flow, and you try to do this for like 10 to 20 minutes, and you're making no real progress.
I can't even stay up that long, so.
Never mind. You make no progress with the time allotted to you by the mystical gods over at Wizard at the Coast.
We don't have any bucket or anything. I don't think a bucket even would move lava anyway, so that's not nothing. That's not anything. You know what? It's fine. I'm gonna just let the. I think we need to just let the bug get to its home and see what he does.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to keep it other than it eating all our stuff that we want to keep for ourselves.
Alright.
I reckon that's exactly what it'll do.
I wasn't intended to be sarcastic when I started saying it, but hold on.
All right. As you let the bug go from its little rope, it immediately flies into the lava in front of you, and you start to hear sort of stone grinding sounds. And a little while passes.
Okay.
Depending on how long you wait, but like 5 to 10 minutes would pass. And eventually it comes back up above the lava with like small little crumbs of ruby around its mouth.
Yeah, it had food there, but I don't think we had any way to. If we couldn't open a channel to get the lava out, we didn't have any clear way of getting this anyway. So, does
the
the
guys-
bug look?
Okay, unfortunately though, something has come up. It was a fun session, and I would love to see you all next week.
Yeah, perfect.